What's up? What's up, fight family? Can I get some auto? There we go. I just wanted to hear myself. What's up, fight family? We are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I'm always your host, Edwin, and where do all fights start? Round one. So we got a breakdown and breaking news. Snowstorm outside. Listen, man, I'm feeling trapped by the second, but with the Mother Nature is doing her thing. So why don't we take this opportunity to do a recap of last night's fight and also talk about how you feel about Zufa Boxing, what it did on the night, the product that it presented. We were talking about that. So lock in, tune in. Do me a favor, man. Hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Become a Round One Sports Talk member today. Support the brand. And like always, let's hop right into this episode. What's up, fight family? What's up, chat? Yo, what's up? What's going on? I'm hearing I want my title, bro. Yo, front nine. Why did Edwin say last night nobody picked Raymond Mortaya by decision? Let's see. We got him down here. It says split decision by Boobles. So yours was a split decision. So unless you said split decision and the outcome, Boobles, you did not win. Don't come up on round one trying to get phony titles or award titles when you don't do this. When you got the current champion and Richard, not only did he pick the fight, he picked the card, the scorecards, and two of the judges sided with him. Don't try to be a Richard. You know what I'm saying? Trying to claim the fame. Yo, we got you down on the books, bro. We got paperwork on you. You said split decision. Frontline, come up here. Was it a split decision last night? I have no audio, so let's find out. And Frontline is in the building, sharp, ready to go. Frontline, I even gave you a bigger screen today. Look at this.
Let's talk about it.
Huh? Look at the rays. Look where you coming up. You're not in the little corner anymore on the side. You're right there. Listen, did Bubos call did what first of all, what was the outcome of the fight?
It was a decision,
What was it?
majority.
Majority decision? So Bubos lost. So he needs to stop trying to come up here.
114, 114, one judge.
Yeah.
118, 110, and then 116, 112.
Yeah, I never heard Bubos scorecard, so that doesn't count. He's not like Richard. Richard came in and started calling rounds and scorecards and shit. He tallied, carried by one. Yeah, you're no Richard. Yeah, you're not gonna beat the champion like that. Nah. Now you seen last night. If you don't beat the champion definitively, they're gonna give Roman Morataya the what? The champion's nod. We're giving Richard the champion's nod. You didn't do enough to win the belt.
Hey, look, Bobo's trying to change. Bobo trying to change the rules. Look.
Sorry,
look.
Bobo, you don't come and change rules around here.
He said, "I thought whoever gets closest to the prediction wins."
No. I thought. You know what happens? What I thought.
Hey, yo,
right?
Shout out to Kai.
I assume. You know what I'm saying? I assume. No, you're gonna make assholes out of all of us. No, be one by yourself. No, you did not win, Richard. You see this man attacking your world title. What do you have to say? Koki, get the word out. Call Richard. Hit him on the bat phone. What's going on here? Wow.
Yo, Kai says last night was fire. Thoroughly enjoyed the zone card.
Yeah. Well, listen, I hope that you had a great time here around One Sports Talk and we made it entertaining. And the push-ups at the end were marvelous. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Round One Sports Talk, we're changing families. We're changing lives here. We're getting people in shape. You come up here thinking you're going to bet against me, you sadly mistaken if you're going to get me down on 25 push-ups. Listen, Bobos, if he wanted to toot his own horn, why didn't he get in on the action? You know why? Because he wasn't really confident now, was he? And he ain't going to get that win because he didn't say majority decision. But you know what will give Bobos? You know what he sounds like, Frontline? He sounds like a guy that grew up in participation trophies. Let's give him a participation trophy. Yo, I wish I had sound effects. Bobos,
you give him a round of applause,
round of applause. You came close. No dice.
but no
No
cigar.
round one. No title for you. Sorry. Try again next time. Listen, that's the best I can do for you. Richard ain't kicking in the belt. Ask Richard if you're world champion. If he says yes, then you're the champion. Ah,
Yo, can we
yo.
officially say? Can we officially
Well,
say
what can we say?
that Cesar Seda?
Oh my God.
Can we officially say that Cesar Seda es el salado del boxeo? Can we officially say that?
Okay, wait a minute. Let's have a trial. Let's have a trial. Everybody has a fair case, right? To prove their innocence, right? Okay. So I'm asking you guys, the round one chat family, right? We're gonna hear out the particulars. We're gonna have a trial, okay? And we're gonna see if he's guilty or not. All right.
Whoa,
Now,
whoa, 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 wait. Bull Rider, I gotta correct you on that.
on
My
what?
portion of the deal was only supposed to be 5 push-ups, and I
That's
gave
right. He's right.
interest. I gave
No, no,
interest
no,
to
no, no, no,
Edwin.
no, 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 no. He didn't give interest because
Yeah, no,
Rosie
he
didn't
said
press.
I did 8 push-ups. He said I only did 8 push-ups.
Okay,
Sell
okay,
out. So I gave
okay.
you 3 extra.
So he gave you three extra because he was only on the hook for five. Frontline was only on the hook for five. The other guy was on the hook for 20. Because Frontline wants to be a big brother and come in and step in and start talking for people.
Hey,
So
he
he
said
got
the other guy did
involved.
girl push-ups. He said Melassa did girl push-ups.
Listen, Malasa's knees were on the floor, and all he was pushing up was the top of his chest. You know what I mean? We never saw his knee. We can't even confirm or deny he was actually doing push-up, but he's my boy. I'm gonna let it ride. But Frontline, no, he's a guest. He's a co-host. Co-host got to represent. I want to see full body military push-ups for Frontline. That's it.
Hey, and that's why I had the camera showing my whole body because
Listen,
I wasn't trying to hide nothing.
hey, but you want to know something? They're man enough to pay up, and I respect that. You know what I'm saying? If you were man enough to come up and make a bet, be man enough to pay up. Not like stock chasers that's had $100 bet and fell asleep when I was calling them, and we didn't really co-sign on it. You know what I'm saying? I let that ride. All right? We got to be men around here. We got to be
Damn,
men.
everybody taking shots today, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Listen, look. It's a winter wonderland right now, and I've happened to notice that Boogie has not been on the airways. Why? Because I believe he is snuggle like a bug, hot and cozy under Ali, aka Gertha's
No,
big thigh. Gorlock,
Gorlock.
Gorlocks. She got him like this. Él está dormido así. Yo, but I'm waiting for Boogie to pop up. Yo, listen, guys. Let me tell you guys right now, right? The fight last night with Raymond Morataya and Andy Cruz, it was a competitive fight. I got to be honest. We're talking boxing here. We're talking about a world title fight. I think that Andy Cruz started off good. I think he started off good. I thought he was getting clean shots off. I felt that he was doing effective punching, right? But the forward pressure of Raymond Morataya was evident. He was the one pushing the action. He was the one pushing Andy Cruz back. By the judges looking on in this system like this, right? It was like it was tough to score, right? And I wanna like break down the entire fight card. I want to break everything down. But we got a trial right now going on with Cesar Cedes. And his name is in question right now. So I'm gonna start the trial, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring up certain points about whether or not, right? And Frontline is gonna play the part. What do you want to be? You want to be Cesar's lawyer or the
You,
district attorney? Do
you
you
know
think
what?
if you think
I'm gonna be his lawyer.
you're gonna be his lawyer,
I'm gonna defend him.
you're gonna
I'm gonna
defend
defend Cesar Cela.
you're gonna defend Cesar Cesar.
I'm defending Cesar.
Okay, Hugo, Juice, We're having a game here, so I don't need you running off at the lip. So just stay in the background for a second. I'm gonna pull you up. Hugo,
Wait,
I
wait, wait,
got
wait,
you.
wait, wait, wait. No, this could be beneficial. Let's have Hugo come up and let him play prosecutor.
Which you prosecute? No, 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 no. He
Oh,
can't
you're the
have.
prosecutor?
No, I'm the prosecutor.
Oh,
I'm
so he
gonna.
could be the judge. He could be the judge. So yeah,
Hugo's
keep
gonna
him
be the
back
judge.
there. Yeah, keep him back there. Let him listen to the whole
Okay,
trial.
hold on. I'm gonna bring him. No, I'm gonna bring him up. If I want, I can mute him. But Hugo's gonna be the judge. So Hugo, you're on the panel now. I'm the district attorney. You're Cesar Cesar's lawyer,
I'm his attorney.
and Hugo is gonna decide
He's
whether
the
or not
judge. He's
yes.
guilty or innocent.
And the chat, no, and not just Hugo. We got to hear it from
Well,
the chat.
hold on. The chat is the jury.
They're the jury. They're hearing the case. Okay?
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Now, the case in trial is whether or not Cesar Sede está salado. You heard it? Listen, if Cesar Sede is a jinx, that's what we're talking about in boxing right now. And his name is being on question, and we're about to pull his Puerto Rican card. So his card is on the line. His name is on the line, and we're gonna. And now they put me on the district attorney side. Cesar, I'd rather been your lawyer, but this is the way they wanted it. Let's start open arguments. Okay, Mr. Cesar says this. It has been brought to my attention que tú estás salado. All right, and the problem is the reason why they say this is because let's take a trip down memory lane. Where the Cesar Cedes has been in the corner of not one, not two, but three recent fighters in question. He came out with Subriel Matias in the camp, held the belt in the ring. He lost. He went in last night. He was walking in with Andy Cruz, and he had Andy Cruz's outfit that he was going to wear in the ring in his hand, walking down. What happened to Andy Cruz, gentlemen, last night? He lost. So I asked you once again. Now, other things are going to be brought to this case that I want to point out is that whether or not did he go inside Raymond Moretaya's locker room after Andy Cruz lost like he did in the Subriel Matias fight with Dalton Smith. That his own people saw him get in the ring.
Objection. Objection.
Yes.
Objection.
Huh?
Wait, this is open. This is open.
Yo, Your Honor, you could say overruled. Like, okay, but objecting to what?
We're talking about the fact, is he salao or not?
Okay, now. Oh, okay.
What does all these other fights have to do with your argument, or what does your allegations towards my client have to do with the facts?
The facts of the matter is, every time he picks a guy, he got in the ring and picked a. He even had Alberto Puello in the fight against Subriel Matias. He picked him, lost. He went in there with Subriel, lost. He went in there with Andy, lost. Every time he enters the locker room, they lose. Now, I'm saying, yo, my man, next fight, don't have him in the locker room. You know what I mean? Look, he is that one guy that you bring around the game, or that front line that has to pick a guy, right? Tang Salao. Listen, your boy there, your boy Cesar, he can't right now. He's looking bad. Every locker room so far that he's been in, the last 3 or 4, the guy's lost, and people are starting
So,
to talk.
all right,
Ese hombre está salao. Hey, yo,
that
Your Honor, that's my case. Jury, chat. Is he or is he not salao? Yo, Frontline, what do you got to say to these accusations?
We're taking all opinions into this consideration. So please put your opinions in before I cast my decision.
Frontline, fight for your boy.
now, let's go with the facts.
What are the facts?
The facts is Cesar Seda the one going into the ring and fighting for them? The answer is no. he can't control the outcome of a win or lose.
Objection.
Now,
Objection.
objection to what?
Overrule. 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 Let him finish.
Now, it's not my fault. It's not my client's fault that he provides people with contenido premium. It's not my fault. It's not my client's fault that he gives the people contenido premium, what they want.
Who got the buzzing going on? Who's shaving their balls?
That see, I'm in the court. I'm in the courthouse right now. That's the cell block opening up right now to let the people out. You know what I mean? So in my case, I require, I expect the courts to find my client not guilty.
That's going to be far from fetched when you haven't provided any evidence. What we're saying here today is that your boy is a jinx, outright, a hex, the type of guy you don't bring to the football game if you're anticipating a win. The type of guy that if he picks your guy to win, you want to choke him. That's what's going
Wait,
on here. Your
well,
boy is a
you're moving the
jinx.
goalpost now. You're moving the goalpost.
He's a
One at a time.
jinx.
One at a time. Court in order.
This court is out of order. The judge is out of order. You're out of order.
Court in order. Stop it before I throw you out this courtroom.
You're gonna
All
be
right.
held in contempt.
Go ahead. Continue.
Guys,
Continue.
So,
Continue.
all right, go ahead, sir. Please continue.
So Cesar Seda is not responsible for the judges. He's not as responsible for the fighters in the ring. He's not responsible for none of that. The only thing my client is responsible for is contenido premium, which that is what he delivers.
Now I'm gonna ask you a question, defense attorney. All these hotel visits, all these autographs, all these interviews, literally the day before the fight, the day of the fight, him just breathing down these professional boxers' necks, being in their bed, not in their bed, but as in like sitting in their bed, just bothering the hell out of them with all these autographs. Does that go into effect of them not performing 100% in the professional bout?
Hold up.
Absolutely not. That's what you call contenido premium.
Objection.
He is delivering contenido premium to the stupid people like you
Objection.
guys.
Heard. What do you have to say about this?
What we're talking about is not content. What we're talking about is, are you cursed? Are you a jinx? That's what we're talking about. So far, he comes out with a guy's belt, the guy loses. He comes out walking with this guy's uniform, he loses. He goes in the last fight betting on this guy, betting his house, he loses. Brother, let me tell you something right now. Everybody you went with, and then the top thing that you got out of the whole thing was you went to the next guy's locker room and got an interview. Bro, I'm going to say right now, I'm starting to think what the rest of the fans are starting to say. And I'm bringing this to you guys. Whether or not you guys feel, would you want him at your champion's next fight? Have Cesar said this, come out and hold Teofimo Lopez's belt on the way out to fight Shakur. See how confident you guys will be. Yes or no? Am I right or am I not?
Well, Mr. Edwin, for you, I'm really worried as next week, Saturday, January 31st, Cesar Seda will be in attendance for the Xander Zayas fight. He will be more than likely contenido premium in the backstage.
Hold it. What?
With Xander.
No.
I'm really worried.
No. Jokes are off.
Really
off
worried.
the table. Xander, don't walk out with that man. Xander, don't.
bro,
Don't,
if Xander wants the
don't,
contenido premium,
no,
he's gonna have to let him in.
no, no. Listen, I'm the district attorney right now. I can't show him no love. You know what I'm saying? It's up to Frontline to show him love right now because I know my position in my job. Unfortunately, since I said that I'd rather have been defending you right now, I think I would have been a good lawyer for you, but I'm not. But I'm not. I'm trying to fry you. All right? I'm on the other side.
What do you
All
have to
right?
say about this defense attorney of
He's a
your
jinx.
Well,
He's a
here's what
jinx.
it boils down to.
He's a jinx.
Number one, number one, whether he goes or he doesn't go, either way, you guys are gonna continue to get contenido premium.
Oh, we're not talking about primo, whatever, but contenito primo. Listen,
Contenido premium.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now,
Listen, he gives a lot of videos. He is who he is. I'm talking about in these certain situations, in these title fights. It
now my
seems like
client, I would
three
say
title fights.
my client's a
Three
little
title
upset.
fights.
My client's a little upset
Your boy's a
because
jinx.
one
he
at a
was
time, one at
banned
a
from
He's
time.
he,
cursed.
he was banned from Team Zayas. So he's a
You
little upset because he can't provide contenido premium.
Yo, and thank God for
Okay,
the boxing lords to protect Zayas from this hex
even
right here.
greater.
Listen, so what do you
Next
guys
week,
think?
Saturday. If
Your
next week,
Honor, Your Honor, you saw the evidence. Frontline didn't do a hell of a job, I don't think, representing this guy, right? Because I'm gonna tell you right
evidence,
now,
I'm reading the chats. I'm taking your consideration I'm taking your things in consideration now. I'll let you go finish up, wrap up your statement, and I'll make the final decision right now.
all right, listen, round one chat family, listen.
Hmm.
When we talk about a guy that every time you bring him to an event or something, you go to a game with anybody else, your team wins. Every time you bring this one dude, you happen to lose. And you start to look at him side eye, like, yo, what's going on? And as the evidence starts to mount up, locker room after locker room after locker room, we can't add this all just because of content. I'm not questioning his content ability or his character as a content creator. He's a phenomenal content creator, and what he does is great. But as of right now, brother, stay out of my favorite boxer's corner because
Mm,
you're in question. You're
mm.
in question for being a jinx, not for being a great reporter and got content. No, you're excellent at that. You have a great connects in the world of boxing. I am not questioning your boxing IQ. That's not what is in question. I'm not shitting on the man. No. As a matter of fact, go subscribe to his channel because I'll throw love that way because what he does is phenomenal. What is that question here? Don't get confused is whether or not you can do your reporting from over there. Don't
Mm.
come into my locker room because I think you're going to jinx my fighter. That's what's being in question.
Well,
Are you a
my
jinx?
client requests not to have stupid people subscribe to it. He'd rather not have stupid people subscribe. So that's per my client's request, and I am gonna honor my client's request.
Fucking
That be,
good lawyer. Frontline, you're a great lawyer. Go continue.
that being said, stupid people, look what they're writing. Look what they're writing. You guys don't know nothing.
Okay,
Now,
guys. So after taking, all right,
I'm
go
not
ahead,
done,
sir.
Your Honor.
Go ahead,
Excuse me.
sir. Go,
Excuse me, Your
sir.
Honor.
Yo, Your Honor, don't let him talk to you like that.
Go ahead, sir.
Yo,
Go ahead, sir.
Another stupid guy right there. Another stupid judge. Look.
yo,
Stupid judge.
Bro,
taking shots.
yo,
Yo,
stop
Your
it.
Honor, don't talk
Stop
to
it
the
because
judge
I'll
like that,
expel you from this
Frontline.
courtroom.
Mike, my client, his only job and his only duty is to provide you guys with contenido premium. That's
That's not
his
what had a
job.
question here, Your Honor.
Whether
Objection. That's
he
not what's
he
at question at this trial.
he's
His
not getting
content is
in,
not what's at question. I
he's
already
not get
established that. He does
right,
phenomenal content.
and we're
Is he or is he not
establishing
a
we
hex?
we are
Land your plane.
establishing
Your
we
Honor,
are
you take
establishing
control of your
a
One at a
courtroom.
time.
baseline.
One at a time.
We are establishing the baseline. The baseline is very simple. He doesn't get in the ring. He doesn't fight. He doesn't train these guys. He has no connections with the judges. He has no affiliation with anything that's going on. All he wants to do is give contenido premium. Now, if these guys, if these guys decide to take it easy, thinking they got it in the bag, it's not my client's fault. Now, yeah, we can sit here and argue that he jinxed Mini Pacman, he jinxed Alberto Puello, he jinxed Subriel,
Subriel Matias.
he jinxed Andy Cruz. These are all hypotheticals. There's no proof. There's no proof that he's the reason for these fighters taking a loss.
Oh, there's
The only
proof.
thing there is proof for is contenido premium. That's all I have to say.
Your Honor, I just
Yes,
want
sir.
to add to my closing statement
Go ahead, sir.
that this guy right here came up and all he tried to do was say of how Contenido Premium is putting out this great content, which is not in the case. That's not what's at question here.
Mm,
What's at question is si tú estás salado.
mm.
That's what's at question. Your content, your connections, the way you deliver your stories, brother, he does it better than any Latin channel that I know. So
Okay.
don't try to blind me with
Mm.
with what he does and what he brings to the Latin boxing, brother. There is no denying that.
So I have a question for the
He is at the
prosecuting
top.
attorney.
He
I
is
have a
at the
question for
top.
the prosecuting attorney. What
Puta
facts,
salao.
what facts and what evidence do you have that my client is Salau? What actual facts?
3 straight losses, 3 straight walking in the entrance with the fighter, and 3 world title fights. Not regular boxing matches. Not regular boxing matches.
So,
World title fight. And then. The reason why El Tasalao, right? I believe is because he's not loyal. The thing is, he went against the Puerto Ricans for the Dominican fighter and lost. Came back
Nasty.
to the Puerto Rican fighter and got him a loss, and then went to a Cuban fighter and got him a loss.
Mm. Mm.
so
So
again,
So I'm gonna tell you right now, bro.
So he's
So-
basically at all these scenes of losses.
Yes, he was seen leaving the crime after the Subiel loss. He was seen scurrying out of the crime in the Andy Cruz loss, right? He had nothing to say about that. Okay? Now, the way you cover footage and boxers and your knowledge of the sport, that's not in question. You're good. You're good. But right now, I think, my man, you need to stay out of the corner of my favorite fighter. Do me that favor. Because I'm going to prove my case today.
so
Que tú estás
let me get this right. So him coming in with the champ, right? And leaving with the new champ. What does that have to do with being Salau? That goes back to my point that he gives us all stupid people contenido premium. You're saying that what's in question is him being Salau, but the base of your argument is based on him coming out with one champion
Well,
and leaving out with the next.
objection.
So
Objection. Your
again,
Honor.
Go ahead.
again, no facts.
Objection. Your
Go
Honor.
ahead, sir.
Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
When we're questioning a person that's a jinx, it's anything that he does. It's not what the jinx does afterward or the jinx's strengths. It's not like I'm asking him to explain to me. So your jinx, the guy you consider a jinx, tell me what's his strengths in life. That's what he's doing. He's just explaining how good Cesar is in other things to blind you from the fact that you don't want to take him to your next fight. Keep him as far away from a locker room, from all that shit, until you start picking winners or something. Because I'm going to tell you right now, bro, your record, the way you've been coming out, the way you've been trying to show face of late, and the people you've been siding with have all lost. All lost in world title fights. So what
So
I'm saying is, yo, he's trying to blind you to the fact that he does good content. Great. Awesome. No problem. Yo, for Latin, you are the best. This should not deter you from watching him. But it should deter from coming in my locker room for right now. Just for the moment. Cause I'm gonna tell you,
so
man, bro, it don't look right. You a
okay.
jinx.
So looking right and
I'm
being right
proving
are
my
two.
case. I'm looking good out here. Listen,
Looking and being are two different distinctive things. How can he be a jinx
he's a
ag-
jinx.
again if the fighter is not executing his game plan or
That's
the coaches are not executing
the
their game
reason
plan?
why they can't
How can
execute because
he
they got
be
the jinx
held?
in the corner.
How can he be held responsible for the boxer's performance?
Had he not been in the corner, your fighter would have won. That's what a jinx is, a
But
hex is.
but
It's
there's
not
no
something that
proof.
we
There's
really
no
can
proof of that.
understand or grab of it,
But there's no
bro.
proof of that.
But that you haven't proved your client's case
And you
of
haven't
not
either.
being one.
You haven't proved that
Yes,
he's guilty of being
the
a
way I
jinx.
can. Yes, I proved it.
How?
Every world title fight he's been of a late, they all lost. Where's your evidence that he's a winner?
What about okay? So what about the fights that his fighters actually won?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
Oh, why
about
not? Why are you not talking
world.
about that?
I'm talking about world title fights when the fights count. And he jumped ship. He jumped ship from Dominican fighter to a Puerto Rican fighter. He being a Puerto Rican man, he had no problem taking that same Puerto Rican fighter and going against him. And his very next fight, he sides with the Puerto Rican fight that he went against. Had he picked Subiel in that fight with Alberto Puello might have won that fight now. But in the next fight, he goes with the guy he betted against and he loses. Then in the next fight, the guy he walks into the locker all the way down with his clothes, he loses. What do you mean I haven't proved my point?
You haven't proved your point.
Shit. Shit.
You
Bro,
haven't proved your point.
I'm not taking you to the next football game, basketball game with me, not unless I want my team to win. Not unless, because, bro, we know how we get as fans. Yo, we get crazy. You ask a baseball player, football player, basketball fans, ask them fans. If they've gone to games with a certain individual and they end up losing, ask them if they bring that person back with them. Ask them.
Listen,
Bro, your boy, the jinx.
my client's job is to give contenido
Yo,
premium.
I
Whether
need,
the
okay,
fighter
you're going in
loses,
circles. Your
no,
Honor,
whether
is
the
he or is
fighter
he not a
loses
jinx?
or
Is he or
wins,
is he not a jinx? Your Honor,
that's
I need a
irrelevant.
verdict. I need a verdict.
That's
He's going in
irrelevant.
circles. He's
Whether the
beating around the
fighter
bush.
wins or loses, that's not
Chat,
his problem.
chat.
His problem is
Let's move on from this chat. Vote
to
right
give us
now.
contenido
Is
premium.
he or is he not? Yeah, I didn't say anything about contenido primo. He does that all the time, and I'll go watch it and subscribe to it. He does good shit, but he's a jinx, and I prove my case.
Se
I'm
jodió
not
my
taking.
client.
I'm not
Se
taking
jodió mi
him.
cliente.
I'm not
Look,
taking him.
Peppa Pig is a jinx.
Jinx, there he is.
That's what
Your Honor,
Takeover says.
yo,
Bobo says, objection, frontline moving the goalpost.
that's right.
Takeover says, he even jinxed Tito Trinidad. LOL.
Jinx
Didn't
it.
say he was the fight. Bobos. Hugo, ponte la pila. Edwin destroying frontline says Bobos.
Yo,
Josue, who did more to Madrimov win? Yes, he did. Josue 6-1. I don't know what that means. Josue, round one frontline fam. Salute.
6-1 means I got 6
Jason.
points to your 1.
Jason said, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Frontline
that's
would be
what
a
that
great
is.
attorney. Frontline would be a good
I'm rocking
attorney.
you. No, you're not.
Bobos, Troca. I don't know who he's probably one of them guys. Saluting him. Richard, what happened? He lost. Fun truck, what up? Bobos, Hugo smashed the hammer.
I,
Takeover, guilty. Didn't he jinx Mini Pac-Man too?
oh my God, don't bring that up, but I didn't want to bring that up, but more
Richard,
evidence.
Richard, saludo. Bobos, he says frontline in contempt of court. Come on, Judge.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, I think Frontline's giving Hugo an envelope
Uh,
under the table. I don't know, man. Yeah, here,
Bobos,
Hugo.
Mexico owns Cuba. Robesi, Morel, and Cruz, all our sons.
Damn.
Bobos, Richard, what
Damn.
happened? Richard, what happened to Andy Cruz? Laughing. Zayas has him banned from his events, says Bobos. Zayas was ahead of the game, banning said he's not going
Shout
there.
out to Team Zayas.
Crypto says I'm high as shit.
yo, I'm about to get there with you. You know what I mean? In this winter wonderland. Yo,
Mr.
I'm sipping on
Itachi,
the funny juice already.
Mr. Itachi, what did I tell you, Murataya? Schooled Cruz. Bobos, responsibility is not the question. Bobos,
Mm.
ese tipo un santero. Bobos again with his bullshit. Frontline moving the goalpost. Bull Rider, Cesar might need a translator.
Eh,
COD, round one. Salute,
salute.
Bobby. In the chat. Salute. Bobo's mini pack. I'm reading it
Yeah,
backwards,
yeah.
so a lot of it may
Yeah,
not
yeah,
make
yeah.
sense, but just so y'all know. Bobo's La Pepa curse is
Yeah.
real. Bane Boogie, salute. Round one, frontline chat.
Boogie, my dude.
Bull Rider, round one sounds like he has a lot of court
A
experience.
lot. A lot. Trust me, a lot.
Bobos, the people of round one sports versus Cesar Seda.
Yo.
Alberto, Cesar Seda curse question. Laughing
Yo,
emoji.
listen.
Bulbos, Hugo, the star witness. Trey Williams, what up? He says, yeah.
Yep.
Bull Rider, they shortchanged you round one. He's talking about the push-ups.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? Yo, hey,
Uh,
hey. That was all EBT push-ups right there from both parties. EBT push-ups. All right. We only got footage of Frontline doing 3, and we never seen if this dude got his knees off the ground. But they my people. They round one, sports, I wanted to catch a bigger fish, but I couldn't get the guy to bite. You know what I'm saying? We know who he is, right? Let's not mention no names,
yeah.
right? So we got my other mans that they stepped up. So I'm gonna take that like that. But yo, y'all know what it is. But
And then Alberto said, damn, stock chase is no good out here, huh?
yo, no good for the money. I don't know, dog. You know what I mean? My man skated off, but
Let me
I gave him
see.
a pass.
Coqui's in the building. He said, Bobo's my son.
Yo, listen, Koki, go tell your boy Richard that Bobo's just now, earlier in the stream, you can go rewind it. He tried to call himself the champion because he had Moritaya in a decision, right? But he didn't call majority. So he said, wait a minute, I thought it's whoever calls it the closest. So he trying to take the title from your boy. Not only did he call the fight, but he had bonus incentives by saying, I'm going to call the scorecard 7-3. And 2 of the judges cited like that. So your boy Bobos is up here advocating to become the round one Notre Dame champ on a fluke.
Well, Coqui says Bobos is 50% Boricua, thanks to him.
Yo, Bobos is up here trolling, trying to talk about he's the champion. Boy, you gotta earn that shit. Listen, man, you gotta call that. That's why we put those rules in, because of guys that pick fights like Boogie. Every fight, unanimous decision. We got tired of that shit. Nah, you got to call.
All right, Your Honor. What has the results come in for
Come on, Your
the
Honor.
ruling?
The jury's been out for a long time. Is he a jinx or is he not a jinx?
Is he guilty or not
Guilty
guilty?
or not guilty? Hugo, where you at?
Oh shit! He pulled a Mr. Miyagi. He fell asleep on us.
He done hit us with a Mr. Miyagi, bro. Yo, y'all heard Mr. Miyagi laid out last night? He was like, Hold up. Hold up. I got Hugo on the phone right now. Hold on. He's coming in. He's coming in hot. Hugo. Hugo. The fuck is going on with your audio? What are you doing? All right, Hugo's off the show. I got no choice but to go to the panel and to the chat to make it fair. I have no choice. We got to go to the chat. And unfortunately, the chat has spoken. This
So
man,
take over. We got one guilty. We got
we
one
got,
guilty. We're waiting on the rest of the chat. So the question that's in trial right now is Cesar Seda a jinx or is he not a jinx? You guys decide. Edwin, I was wrong about Cruz. Credit to Raymond. Mortai. Yes, facts, Coqui.
yo, Hugo,
Maternillo. Bobos is maternillo, not maternilla.
Hugo,
Maternillo.
last
It's
time.
an O at the
Yes,
end.
sir. Can you hear
All
me?
right. What's up?
Okay, guys. So sorry about this. I was in the back room with the jury, and we came to a conclusion. Can I get a microphone check?
Microphone, hey, you sound good. Audio is good.
Loud and
Loud
clear.
and
Okay,
clear.
guys. So the
Roger.
final verdict for this decision has been postponed till next Sunday after the Xander Zayas fight. Cesar Seda
What?
will,
What?
yes.
We got a hung jury.
What?
We got a hung
No.
jury.
No.
We got a hung jury.
No. No.
Drop it.
My
No.
client goes
No.
free.
Wait a minute. I'm kicking the judge off. Get the fuck out of here. You're out of here. Listen, bro. You're out of here. Bro, I don't, this judge, frontline, you paid the judge. You were in on it. You and Hugo were in on it. Fuck that, bro. My man Tasalao. Yo, the chat has spoken. Yo, the judge is out of here.
Shit.
Oh my God.
Coqui.
Hugo,
Yes,
come back.
yes. I'm hyped for the Zayas fight. I'm hyped for the
All right, guys. Look, bro.
the Shushu fight too.
The jury is just wants to give him another opportunity, but also agrees with you round one, but they want to wait to see the Xander Zayas fight, bro.
No,
they
Hugo.
Wait to see.
No, you fucking Mexican. No, fuck you. All right? Fuck you. All right? I know what you're doing. I can see through your fucking game. All right? What you want to do is curse Xander Zayas. So when he loses, you can say that, yeah, no, fuck you. You're out of here. You're out of here. Get off my panel. You biased Mexican. Oh, you trying to get a good one on us. You thought I was gonna fall for that shit. You thought I was gonna fall.
Yo, we need the judge. We need the judge back in the building. We need the judge back in the building.
The outcome on Xander's fight. Why didn't he say put the outcome on Teo's fight? Why didn't he say put the outcome on Keyshawn Day? Whatever, right? He had to pick Xander and attach I said his name to Xander when he's blocked out of his camp. Hugo's biased, and he's back in the building. I'm letting him back on. Hugo, you sly dog, you. What do you have to say?
No, brother. There was a super chat that kind of passed right there, and they said that they want to wait for the Xander Zayas fight. They want to see if Cesar Seda will be in that camp. If he's in that camp and he wins, then this gets overruled.
Whoa. Your Honor, where's that super chat at? Because I don't see it.
Oh, no, I think it was just like a regular chat then, if I'm not mistaken, brother. If I'm not mistaken, it was just a regular chat, bro. But they want to wait to see the Xander Zayas fight, bro, because if Xander Zayas wins and then Cesar Seda is in the corner, well, then this gets overruled. There's no point of this because he just got to win. And if he wins and he...
So, hey, wait, I'm cutting you off. Well said from a Mexican boxing fan that you're willing to sacrifice the Puerto Rican young champion to see if we're right or wrong. Like, enough damage has not been done. He hasn't been in enough corners, salando enough champions and getting them dethroned. But you want to go one more because on top of that, when my fighter falls, you Mexican guys are going to laugh because of the fact that Mexico and you have been down bad so much, in fact, that you guys have been forcing us to pick other races of fighters to see if you can get a win on us. And then the judge is Mexican. This is a biased courtroom. Your Honor, you're out of order. Frontline, you're out of order. Everyone's out of order. Yo, I'm giving you back your mic. And let's see what the judge has to say. You mess.
Look,
Well,
brother. Look,
go.
brother. I'm rooting for Xander Zayas.
Yeah,
I
I'm
want
sure
Xander
you
Zayas to
are.
win.
I'm
Oh, of
sure
course.
you are,
I want
Mexico.
Xander's. I want Xander Zayas to win so we could get that scrap. There isn't no bigger scrap in the 154-pound division right now than the Puerto Rican and a Mexican for unification. Either if it's Sebastian
It,
Fedora or if it's Virgil Ortiz. And in my humble opinion,
Whoa, 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 whoa! Stop, Your
yes,
Honor,
sir.
stop
Sebastian
it.
Fedora is not Mexican.
He's Mexican American like me, and we claim him.
He's Mexican and Cuban,
He's
but
Cuban.
you're saying a unification fight. The only one that can unify would be Fundura because Virgil Ortiz is still a
Yeah,
30-year-old
and
prospect.
Who?
then you say the biggest fight against who? The Mexican that never won a world title,
Stop it, guys. Let's not go down
the
this
guy that
pace.
never competed for a world title. You mean that
What, the
guy?
guy that has a better resume? The guy that has a better resume? The
You
guy
know,
that fought
you know
like
what?
world champions?
You want to know what? That's controversial what you said with the resume because according to Xander's resume, he has a world title on his resume. What about you?
Correct about that, and that's why
What
I
about
want him
you?
to win, bro.
What
I
about
want him to
you?
win. I
Do
want
you
him
got
to
a world
win.
title?
We
Yes
got
or
an interim
no?
world title. Yes, sir. We got an interim world title.
An
A
interim. Rub that
WBC.
shit on your
Yes.
chest 3 times and spin around and see if it turns into a major world title. It won't.
It will. It will
So
because you're
it
the
won't.
first one to
It
get
won't.
updated.
It won't.
Yeah, well,
It won't.
brother.
And your boy got no belt. And I
Mm,
really don't think that's the best fight in the whole division. I think a
mm.
better fight would be with Bakram or Fedora. It would be better than the Mexican fight. To tell you the truth.
Well, hold on
Because the
because
Mexican
Bakram's
don't bring
fighting
nothing
next
to the
week.
table. He don't bring shit
Breaking news.
but his
Breaking
own
news here.
record.
Hold on, brother. Breaking news.
What?
Next week, Adam Azim and Gustavo Limos' fight is scrapped due to a hand injury. So that's one less fight in our schedule. Busy as schedule next week.
Fuck.
Yes, sir. Breaking news. You heard it here first. Contenido Premium. Round one
I didn't.
Sports Talk.
Wait. I gotta go look that up. So who got injured? Was it Azim? Which
Both got
one?
injured. Both got injured coincidentally in the same place in the hand. So they're both out.
So they can't be a fight scheduled because that's what I wanted to know. Like if um there could have been a possibility for somebody a late replacement
No,
and
bro. They're not
one
on
of them.
the.
None of
No,
them.
they're no,
That's
bro.
hard to.
Francesca Hennessy and Elia Butel gets upgraded to main event. So that's one less fight in our busy ass Saturday. Shout out to Top Rank for putting the Xander Sayas fight in the Boost Varaz and everyone's access, bro. Bro, there isn't no better place to put it right now than Tubi. Like, bro, like they're doing such a good job putting this fight in the accessibility of everyone, bro. Bro, whoever doesn't watch this fight, even if it's on the split screen or on the other screen, or if they want to put it on the main screen, bro, Tubi is free. This fight needs to get shown. This fight needs to be seen by boxing fans all over the world. This is a unification fight, bro. Xander Zayas is going for his first unification in his young career, brother. I'm rocking with Xander Zayas, bro. Send me that Puerto Rican flag next week, brother. Send it to me.
Yo, shout out to Darren with the $2 super chat. Round one, best in the business.
Oh, look at round one,
What you
man. You got a new
heard?
camera angle or what?
What you?
Yeah, that's the side. That's the
That's the
side eye
side.
right there.
You know how we do. We
The side
stepping
eye.
up everything around here.
And then
Round
you
one
get the
sports
bird's
talk.
eye, and then you get the bird's eye.
Hey,
Let me catch up with the
Hold
chat.
on though.
Work hard
One
says
thing,
front.
please, one thing. Round one. You know what? It's a disgrace, though, respectfully, that
what?
in that picture in the background, it's not Tito Trinidad and it's Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know why you don't put Tito Trinidad in that back picture.
Yo, you be trying to take shots at me on my Latin card, and some people would stay in that bubble, but not I. Not I. What you don't know is when I was first starting round one sports talk and I had nothing and there
Mm.
was no poster, my sister went out in good faith and went and heard me talking about Floyd Mayweather. She thought that I liked them enough that she spent 120 something plus dollars on this poster that's not a paper poster. It's made out of material. It was a
Oh,
gift.
shit.
It
Oh,
was a
shit.
gift. She said it would be nice if you put something in the background. So all the
Mm.
gifts or collectibles that I've collected, whatever way they came to me, They've made their way on my background. But one thing for
Mm,
sure, I like quality stuff. I'm a bit of a
mm,
collector myself. So I vowed here at Round One Sports Talk that if anybody wanted to put towards a great Latin Puerto Rican champion poster, and I showed you guys, I shared this with you guys. I went on eBay. I showed you guys the prices of the things that, because I want great stuff, because I feel that I have a great channel, and I believe that I have a great chat community, and I have an obligation to bring them great shit. Floyd Mayweather doesn't represent my favorite boxer per se. What he represents is the legends in the game. Just like Muhammad Ali, if I have the big screen on, you would see him. What does he represent? The men that paved the way for our fighters' favorite fighter can be that fighter today. They carried the torch, kept the stage afloat, so that our guys today we talk about can make it, like Saul, like
mm,
Virgil,
mm,
like all these fighters. And they're going to have to put boxing on their back so that one day someone has them on the background appreciating what they did for the sport. Not necessarily trying to sell you on the fact that he's my favorite fighter, you should love him. No, he only represents our legends, what they did for us to be here today talking about boxing.
mm. Word, word.
All right, let me catch up with the chat. Work hard says, round one, front line. What's going on, fellas? I'm back. Keyshawn versus Ortiz. Bet the distance. And Tio versus Shakur. UD for
Babe,
Shakur. Josh Kelly will upset his opponent. And if that's the case, I guarantee you after Zayas beats
Abbas.
Abras or what
Abbas.
Abbas, he's going after Josh Kelly and he's gonna leave the best for last. He's gonna leave Fundora for last. He's gonna wipe his ass out too.
Mm.
Um,
Great fight.
Old
Great
Wizard,
fight.
salute round one and frontline. Salute. Georgie, saludo papi. Let's see. Bull Rider says Virgil might be put on the shelf. Facts.
Damn.
I read Damian super chat already. 6 days away says Fun Truck. Frontline, this dude is too easy, says Koki. He's talking about Bulbos. Um Fun Truck, he said it on the panel. Let's go Tio. That's who he's going for. Let's see, Fun Truck, Koki, we need you on Marco's channel. Bobos, my guy. What a fruit. I don't that's him and Koki going back and forth. Captain Howdy, Floyd is way better than Tito. I wouldn't say way better. Two different styles, two different timelines, I would say.
I
Because
got my eye on a Tito Trinidad poster too, like a nice little thing. There's a couple things I want to get from Tito if I can. There's a I kicked myself in the ass when he was going. You know, Tito was going. Felix Trinidad was going through a bad point in his time. They were auctioning off his real shit, and at one time, and I didn't buy any of it because I felt sad. And now looking back at it as a collector, I'm like, damn, it would have been nice to have like Felix Trinidad's trunks that he wore, with uh, uh, Vargas or Mayoga, those trunks, those shoes, the boxing gloves, the belts, they auctioned off a lot of that shit. They took a lot of Tio's stuff when they seized because of that vendetta that his father had got him into, the situation. We all know about it. It's a sad story. But when I want to collect shit, I want to get shit, I want to get some real shit. It's one thing just ripping out a poster or a picture out of your favorite magazine and putting it on behind a frame. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But I just would like something that meant something, like something that Felix Trinidad actually wore. Or like if I went to Puerto Rico and Felix was like, yo, and Sama, you know what I'm saying? Like I would frame that shit, because it would be coming from him. It would really mean something if it was actually something, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of shit I want to get. I want that shit.
Yeah, Swift says Melasa's in ICU after Gorlock had her way with him.
Yo, what the hell is?
Let me
Well,
see.
stop. Really, Bubbles? Did you just say, Koki, your mother, your mom? What was that? Clear
Wait,
this up.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Please don't say he said that. I, what, don't,
Where's
it's,
that at?
it's all,
I'm far
it's all,
down.
go
So
scroll all the way down. Scroll all the way down. Come on, guys. We got rules here. We can shit talk. I told you, don't talk about people's family. Don't bring up anything. This is not that serious. We're a bunch of group of guys laughing and joking about talking about boxing. I will kick you off my panel faster than a motherfucker because, bro, we don't. So, Frontline, clear this up right now. Go through the chats, read it. Bulbos, if you want, take that shit down, but take it down not now, but right now. I'm gonna have to throw you off the panel, dog. I don't want to read anything like that. I don't want to get a bad impression. I don't give a fuck if it was a joke. None of that. Frontline, clear it up, or you gotta boot him.
let, let me see. Let me see if I can get
That's
to it.
it. I'm not. I'm not.
I got to
I'm
go to the
this.
to
That's
the
not
YouTube
my
side.
channel. That's not my channel. We don't do that here. You want to do that? Go somewhere else. That's. I don't need you. I don't need that here. You can talk about me all you want. I don't kick you. I see all the troll comments on me. I'm cool with that. Start talking about dudes' moms, daughters, kids. You out of here. That's it. That's it. Frontline, get on it. I don't want to hear
He's
shit.
the, he's the guy that took care of it.
Huh?
He's the guy that took care of it. By
All
the
right.
time I got to it, he had
All right.
already
All
he
right.
deleted it.
All right.
Uh, damn, I got to go back up. Hold on, I'm trying to catch up. Okay, let's see. Where the fuck did I leave off at? There's only one Floyd. Also says Captain Howdy. George says there's only one Tito. Um, Tito had a better 147 run than Floyd, to be honest, but Floyd is the top 15 all-time great pound for pound, says Koki. Let me see. Da. Nobody ever walked out on Tito on a Tito fight, says George. Miguel says round one, shut your ass up trying to cop some good shit off your viewers.
Shit.
He ain't
That
trying to
was
cop
that
shit
was
off the viewers.
no, no,
You
he ain't talking
guys.
about what we said. What he ain't talking about what we just said. That message was way up there. I read that a long time ago. He was saying that off what I had said previous before any of this other shit came out.
I
So
got
don't
you.
get it confused. Yeah.
I got you. Fun truck 6-6 TL wins wins the draw. Says Fun Truck. Boots is the best, says Captain Howdy. Uh we whatever the fuck that guy's name is. The Cookie's talking to him. Can I talk to your son? Says True Power Media. Salute round one from H Town, Texas.
Salute, my brother.
Uh round one. Like I love expensive shit, so buy it for me. That's what Miguel said. Bull Rider says Macho Camacho would be a better backdrop picture all day. Moratai says Mr. Yachi. Where we at? Bobos, these Puerto Ricans trying to claim Cubans. Laughing emoji.
What you mean? We
Uh,
trying to claim them. You guys pushed them on
yeah,
us.
yeah, I pushed it. Yeah, exactly. Macho Camacho would be a better backdrop poster any day.
Oh, that would be a
That
great
says
one.
Bull Rider.
I'm gonna get a
Weewa
good
says
one.
he lost to a white boy. I'm assuming he's talking about Matias. Um, damn, I'm
That
trying to
Camacho
skip.
poster is like $425, bro. That shit's $425,
Damn.
bro. Yeah, yeah.
You
Um,
cried.
um,
You cried when that weak white boy knocked your boy's so-called monster Matias. Nobody cried. I mean, he got knocked
all
out.
right. So
It
what?
is what it
And
is.
yep. Next chat.
Um, I have met Tito's as captain, Wilfredo Rivera, Macho Camacho, Daniel Santos. They are
Wow.
all mad cool.
Yeah, you met Hector Camacho before he died, man. Like you knew him. Like I remember one time I was shopping for some boots to go on my Puerto Rico vacation. Not boots, right? Like dress shoes,
I
because
was
it was
gonna
all
say you was about to go to the mountains and shit.
yeah, yeah. Like it wasn't boots. It wasn't boots. It was dress shoes for the island. So because it was also my birthday, like the literally the day he fought was on my birthday. I think it was Subiel when and he lost. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, the guy that I was in the aisle with, he was um Felix Trinidad's like the guy that was laying out the groundwork for his like house, like the yard, the ground, and then he wanted a wall here and stuff, and he was doing all the work, and he was showing me mad pictures. Like, yeah, I know Felix. Like, boom, boom. Like, mira, este trabajo I was doing in his house over here in Puerto Rico. Pa, pa, pa. Did this for him. Mira, aquí, aquí, aquí. And it was him, Felix, and he was pointing at things, and you could see Felix in the picture on the house, on the property. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, that's cool. But Hector Camacho, man, like, he's not here with us anymore. Everything
Rest in
that he,
peace.
yeah, everything that he has is unfortunately, when the artist dies, that's when everything he has becomes valuable. We're never going to see him again. What makes that poster over there, Ali, better than the one behind me? And I would have put Ali right here, but I couldn't get myself to fold the poster and bend it. My hand wouldn't bend the poster because I knew it was going to wrinkle it. This is material. I could fold that shit and put it in here. So it might seem like I did that, but the reason why I kept Ali up there, I would have preferred Ali back here. It's because Ali's dead. I'll see Floyd on Instagram tomorrow. No disrespect to Floyd, but I can remember you every day. I still have a chance to meeting you. I can never meet Ali, unfortunately.
Edwin, I got a good question for you in Frontline. The chat here is mostly Mexican right now, and
I don't
somebody
know.
said Jason Ayala. He said
Those are my
Salvador
boys,
Sanchez is the greatest
Mexico.
Mexican fighter because he beat Wilfredo Gomez, who was dominating Mexican fighters pretty much his whole career. So I want to ask you guys, who do you think is the Mexican GOAT, the best Mexican fighter of all time,
I
and he
don't.
could also be born in the U.S. or Mexico?
Okay. As a Puerto Rican, I don't feel that I'm qualified to answer that, but as a fan, I have the right to answer that. You understand? Okay. What I'm about to say might be offensive to some Mexican fans or whatever,
Defend them, fuck them.
right? No. And I don't mean that, you know what I'm saying? Because no, the Mexican GOAT that I consider my GOAT might not be their GOAT, but Salvador Sanchez is my GOAT for Mexico. I might not have the right to say that. He beat the shit out of my guy. Had he lived, Salvador Sanchez, his fighting style, the little bit that he had in a career, I get it. I'll get pushback from the Mexicans because they'll probably think that Julio Cesar Chavez is the best, or maybe Golden Boy. Yeah, they had
What about
long
Finito
careers.
Lopez?
I get it. But Salvador Sanchez, bro, I'm not sure if a lot of people
He
understand the way he was fighting, what he was doing. That if he did stay alive, right? He was only like 23 when he died or something,
You're
right?
like 23, 24.
Then that's I look, I might maybe I get pushed back. You got Mexicans might not agree, but I'm just saying. I
Yo,
watch fighters.
Bobis, yo,
I
Bobis
study
picked Oscar de
fighters.
la Hoya.
Okay, fine. Bobas can pick Oscar though.
He
Fine,
could, but I'm saying Oscar lost
fine,
all his big fights, didn't
fine.
he?
Listen, look. Whatever. I'm telling you right now that I told you I might not be qualified to answer this, but as a fan, I can, and I have the right to my pick. And for me, there was no greater Mexican fighter than Salvador Sanchez, bro. And
For
rest in
me,
peace. Rest
Finito
in peace.
Lopez, pound for pound, the because he was at a lighter weight. I felt like if he was at a bigger weight, he would have been more featured. But as his career went on, bro, I think he had like almost a perfect career for anybody. What about you, front line?
Salvador is
To
lost.
to
That
be
car
honest, I
whooped
don't.
his ass. You fucked
Yeah, see,
up.
that's not funny. Like
You
y'all,
fucked up.
yeah,
Yo,
people are not funny, bro.
that's
People,
not a good humor. You're an asshole.
bro, you know
You're
what?
an
You know what? That's
asshole for
funny when you
that.
go to like one of those weird discussion boards and shit with the cringe people that that shit is not funny, man.
Hey, that's that. But they said that shit about our fighter getting Subiel, and it was real early, and we had to take it. And maybe not all fans agree. I can whatever. You know what I'm saying? You have the right to your opinion. You know what I'm saying?
I will
I
say
think that
though,
I think that Julio Cesar Chavez has a strong case. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I think he
I
does.
may break the chat, but Canelo is not top 5 Mexican of all time.
Oh my God, you're gonna
He
break
is
the
not.
chat. You're gonna
And
really
if you
break the
go to
chat.
Mexico, you go to
You're
the
gonna
real
break the
Mexicans,
chat.
not like where Bobis lives in fucking Connecticut. If you go to real Mexico, right? Mexico, they don't think Canelo's top 5. Like Canelo's more popular in the US than actual
Yeah,
Mexico. And I'm being real with you guys.
yeah, yeah. No,
To
no,
real
no.
Mexicans, he's not top 5.
No, yeah, you might be right on that because when you got like Mexican fighters like fucking what those guys names? Fucking
Finito Lopez, you got
uh,
Cesar
uh
Chavez.
yeah, but you got the other guys that fought like Manny Pacquiao, and then what's their
Oh,
name again?
Morales,
Morales,
Marquez.
Yo,
Marquez,
there was
Morales,
one
and
dude.
Marquez. When you got Mexican fighters like Morales, Marquez, come on, dog. And
Yo,
then
there was
you
one
gotta add
dude.
wait, you gotta add Oscar De La Hoya. Fuck it. The question was American.
I don't know,
No,
yo.
no. You said the question was American and Mexican descent. That
Yep.
was the original question. So you have to add Oscar Golden Boy in the
I'll
question.
give you that.
You can't leave him out now. And if you got Oscar De La Hoya, Marquez, fucking Julio Cesar Chavez, Alvarez might not get in there.
Well, I'll give
Canelo
you
might
De
not
La
get in
Hoya and
there.
Canelo in terms of the most
No, no, no,
financially
no, no,
successful
no,
of all
no, no,
time,
no,
but I
no,
don't have
no.
them in my top 5.
In top 5, in regards in top 5, that's why Canelo won't get in there. That's why he won't get in there. Canelo's not going to get in the top 5. That's what you're saying.
Right.
That's what you're
Yo,
saying. You're saying
there
that
were.
there's other fighters, such as Julio Cesar Chavez, one of the guys, and you went on to explain multiple Mexican legends, right? And all I did was one more monkey wrench that if we were talking Mexican American, you would also have to add Oscar. And I don't even think you had Oscar in your original top 5. So that even pushes Canelo Alvarez even further back, doesn't it? You know what I'm saying? Like
I would say
Coqui.
so. Yo, I'm gonna answer my son real quick, Bulbis. He's asking me, Dad, what's the top 5 Mexicans of all time? All right, son. So I'll give you for me, Finito Lopez got to be Finito Lopez.
Marcos Antonio Barrera. Yes.
Right. I'm gonna put
Oh,
a Julio Cesar Chavez too, even though I'm not his biggest fan, but respect to him. And for me personally, Eric Morales, Salvador Sanchez, and Barrera, those guys, like Barrera for me, bro, like Barrera was the guy where he neutralized the next top guy in terms of like there was a big guy on the top and he came up and what he did to Prince Nassim Hamed, I'll never forget that fight. I've never seen Prince
he
Nassim Hamed
destroyed
look
him.
so vulnerable in a fight.
What he made that man feel foolish, embarrassing. He made it look so simple that everybody that fought against him, that loss was so heartbreaking that Prince, to this day, I've heard he's never been the same.
Yeah,
Sheltered
and
away,
Prince is like one of my favorite fighters of all time.
bro. That was a
That
and
was hard to watch.
yes, because Prince tried to get dirty in the fight and
Yeah,
he outdid him. He went slap,
he
boom. What
outdid
you
him.
doing? What you
Yeah, he
doing?
made Prince look like Prince never boxed before in his life because the way he was getting hit, his arms were
Say
slapping like.
word. Say word. Like, yo, he
Well,
made him look like he didn't belong in the ring with him, man. Like he didn't,
peace to God
man.
said Juan Manuel Marquez because he knocked out Manny Pacquiao.
Not
I'll never
only
forget
that,
that too.
Juan Marquez is a multiple division world champion.
Right.
Just because he knocked out Manny Pacquiao is not why he's ranked among one of the greatest. What makes you one of the greatest Mexican fighting are the wars you've been in. Mexico runs by wars, not by cherry picks. You can't judge those men by the level what they're judging their fighters on. It's not always skill for those guys. I don't think you're qualified to answer this question, my man. Like the Mexico dudes, they got the right to say Barrera. Why? Because he's been in a lot of wars. The Mexicos respect you more by fucking your battles, not your
Hey,
victories so much as your defeats. They like the
yo, Edwin,
victories, but still.
I got a controversial question for you.
What up?
Because I know what you're saying on this too, but do you think Bam Rodriguez, as a Mexican American, do you think he has potential to be a top 10, top 5 Mexican of all time? And I know the Inoue shit may get in the way because he has to be Inoue. He has to get through Inoue. Inoue is the key that will give Bam Rodriguez a legacy. The legacy of being a top 5 Mexican of all time. I know I sound like Hugo almost. I sound like a Puerto Rican Hugo almost. But
No,
do you think it's possible?
okay. I'm glad you brought him up because I'm about to share some interesting stuff. Or I'm not sure if you guys are caught up with this or if this would be breaking news to you guys. But I think that Bam Rodriguez is going to Sufa.
Oh, I saw that.
Okay,
I'm not a
so
fan.
right. So when you said does he have the potential of going down as one of the greatest Mexicans, the minute he goes to Sufa, that's going to be
Yeah,
a
yeah.
no for me. That's going to be a no for me.
Nah, that's not.
Right. So that being said, he's going to bury himself in a bag full of money with these cars trying to get this promotion kicked off. Where he ends up from here, I don't know.
Do you think it's
Uh,
harder for him to get the Inoue fight now that he's with Dana White and them, or would it be
I
easier?
I actually think that I don't think that the Inoue fight is in his actual real future. I don't think it ever really was. I talked about it because of the fact that it's interesting. It's very interesting. The weight jump and where Inoue is at in his career, in his very next fight, he's only stuck with two options: retire or go up. There's
Mm,
nothing left at 122 for you. There's nothing that no one you can fight at 122 that the fans are gonna go, yeah, we want to see that fight. There's
right.
no one there. That's just the truth. And him being in age, he's gonna be stuck with only one or two choices. That's the God honest truth. Move up or just call it quits. He can choose to fight these lackluster fights. I don't see him doing that. Naoya Inoue, in his contract, he stated from day one, I want no tune-up fights, no easy fights. When he signed with Ohashi, he told them, I want the quickest way to a world title. And whoever the champion is, I don't care what you think. Hey, Naoya Inoue, calm down. You don't have to do this. He said, nope, get out of my way. I know who I am. I want the world champion.
Yo,
That's
Miguel
what kind of
Peralta,
fighter
he
he
said
is.
Eddie Hearn resigned Bam Rodriguez.
Yeah, and you know what? Ed Hearn lost last night with Andy Cruz.
Oh, right.
And I just wanna point this out to all you conspiracy theories, boxing fans. That just before going into the fight, you said this was a matchroom event. Ed Hearn was in the building and he was gonna buy the judges. But when the outcome was read in a very close, controversial fight in certain ways, right? And his guy didn't win, what happened to him paying the judges? What happened to all these scenarios you guys quickly go to say why your fighter won or lost? Could it just be your fighter lost behind a system that is already flawed? Three old guys around the ring, the fourth guy being the referee. This system has always been flawed. Human error, you're asking him to click every punch they see or do not see with no instant replay. They got a chance to look it over in between rounds where they implemented instant replay on certain situations. But it's basically boxing is scored off what they see. Am I correct? A
Yeah.
system that is already flawed. And some of you boxing fans, quickly go to conspiracy theory of why your guy lost, won or lost. He paid the judges. The judges were this was a card that he was hosting. Of course he was gonna win. But you know what I don't hear a lot? What happens when the guy hosting the card got the judges and his guy still loses? But you don't say anything about that now, do you? It doesn't work for your conspiracy theory mind now, does it? Only when it benefits you. So I ask you, sometimes we can get a bit carried away. But step back and ask yourself, was this a robbery? How was a close fight a robbery? Number one. Number two, did you do enough to beat the champion? And that the judges honored that system. What good is it to be a champion if you can't even in a close fight get a champion nod? What respect are they giving me as a champion? You're going to have to definitively beat me. Though Andy did real good shit in that fight. Yeah, he did. Yes, he did. I don't think he showed the judges that he was going backwards all night, that he wasn't pushing back Morataya, that Morataya was coming in, engaging, and in most sequences, Morataya had to initial the attack. You're not
Well,
really dominating the champion. Andy did his best work the first 4 or 5 rounds. First 5 rounds, Andy was doing good work. He was real sharp. He was countering. I saw him started to not so much fade, but his moments started to become too far in between. Because Andy was still sharp and fast, but it was like he had to recharge the batteries to do so. After the 5th round, he would let some good, and you would see, oh no, he's still fast. But he had it at those later rounds, he would have to charge up. He would have to let Morataya do shit. I don't know how you saw it, how you felt, but unfortunately, Andy lost. He lost. He lost the fight.
yeah. I mean, I picked Cruz and I was wrong, so I'll hold that L. But with Cruz, I was always worried about him going up in 135. I felt like he always had that amateur Olympic level, skill. But with the skill, I don't think he had the power to carry into pro boxing. And I always liked him as a prospect. I like him now as a fighter. I think he could still beat a lot of guys. I'm not saying he's not good. I think he's very good. I just think the lack of power at that weight class makes him not no one's gonna fear him, being right in front of him. So I thought he won a few rounds, but the way Raymond fought, obviously Raymond had a game plan. He stuck to that game plan. Nothing was gonna take him away from that game plan, no matter what Cruz did. The fight was kind of weighing on what Raymond was doing. Because you mentioned it, Cruz had to reset that battery and wait for Raymond to do what Raymond wanted to do. But anytime Raymond did that, the judges are like, well, what's going on? Where's all this action coming from? It's coming from Raymond. So I think they were giving him rounds based on that. I'm not sure how. I think frontline, you was here, right? During the watch, because I was away yesterday during the live. So
I was here.
yeah. So I'm not sure how you guys saw it live, but when I saw it, I was like, damn, Cruz
So
didn't do what I wanted him to do.
so I saw the fight like this, right? A lot of the punches Morotai was throwing, they weren't landing the way people counted them. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I had it 115, 113 for Cruz,
okay.
but I wasn't mad at the decision. because it was a closer fight than people think. Now, the only upsetting thing about this that really got me upset was these freaking judges. One judge had it 114, 114. That's fair. The other judge had it 116, 112. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But dude,
Yeah,
118, 110.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
boundless.
I'm not going with the scorecard on that one, but like I
Um,
say, trial and error with humans. Like,
but
here comes
but
my
Edwin
last
made a
time
good
I
point.
do. What up?
Edwin made a good point. Edwin, and now this wasn't on live. This was us talking behind the scenes, and then he cut it off, and he's like, "Fuck that, let's go live. Let's talk about it." So he made a good point from the judge's point of view. They're all sitting at one side of the ring, so they see things that other judges don't see. Other judges see shit that the other judges don't see. But or it completes that circle. So one judge may have it one way because of what he saw.
Right,
The other judges saw it their way because of what they saw. Now,
right.
there's a lot of things that go into play. It could be, I don't know, the ref was in the way when a good shot landed. The
Yeah,
the the, the
yeah,
judge couldn't see it.
correct.
Um, but I'm not taking credit away from Mortaya, and I'm not taking credit away from Andy. It was a good fight. It was entertaining. It wasn't boring. Um, and it goes to that factor where what did the judges see each round with what they were able to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So the 118, 110 was blatantly blank. Like that shit, that I don't care where you was on it.
yeah.
But
But well, some of these judges, like they've had these jobs for like way too long. I think, like I think we need to get some new eyes in here. But the main thing is, I think we need to get on one set of rules. When you fly in judges from other countries, what you're doing is you're implementing the way they were taught how to view fights, and what some of these promoters, managers, and teams request. Like, say you're fighting, I don't know, in the U.S. You don't want three U.S. judges judging your fight because you're from Chile or something, or Panama. It doesn't matter, right? So your team is requesting one Panamanian judge, right? And they're like, no. So what they do is the judge association fly in three judges from all over around the world. And on that night, they judge a fight in America. They're given a set of rules, like this is how we, but you still can't change the way they see the game. You can give them the rules in the morning, but for 30 years, he's been out in, let's say, uh, uh, fucking Japan. And he's been scoring fights in Japan because he's a Japanese judge. And you brought him in to look over Raymond Morataya and Andy Cruz. That's where the flaw in the system lies. That when they flying these judges, you don't know what part of the world they're coming from. You could tell them anything you want. I know what they do. I know the process to some fights. They bring them in and look, we're scoring on this system, X, Y, and Z. But that's a human you're talking to. A human being that was trained to see things a certain way. And now today you're telling him to do, he's going to go with what his eye, how he view. Oh, yeah, he's going forward. Yeah, that's 20 jabs landed right there.
well, and
And
the
they,
other thing we don't know either is what scoring system they're using.
right. And then in his mind, the other guy is saying, man, those 20 jabs ain't shit. Bow. That's the punch I'm looking for. Effective punching. Yeah, he landed 20 punches, but when he hit him, he wobbled. That's a round for him. And the other guy's like, well, he wobbled, but he did land 20 punches. So I'm going to give it to the other guy.
Yeah. And this guy had forward aggression and da da da
Right,
da. Da. It's a whole
right.
bunch of shit that goes into play.
There's the flaw in the system. That's the flaw.
Yeah.
You know
Hey,
what I'm
True
saying?
Power says he says out of the three countries,
Melasa,
who
you're in here. Why isn't you not coming back up? I literally have you on the screen.
oh, he's probably on his phone and the computer. He's trying to get up there twice.
Yeah, that's what I don't know what he do. I don't.
Yeah, or
He's
maybe
like
he's still wobbled with Gorlock. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, but he wants to know out of the three countries, who has the best style between Puerto Rico, Cuba, and Dominican Republic.
That's unfair. That's
It
unfair.
it
That's
well,
unfair.
it
No,
depends on when you say style. I mean, are you talking professional? Are you talking amateur? Are you
no,
talking Olympian? You
no.
talking
I got the most simple answer for that real quick. For styles, if you want amateur Olympic boxing, you go to Cuba. If you want pro boxing for champions, you go to Puerto Rico. And if you want scrubs, you go to Dominican Republic.
Jesus Christ. Jesus
That makes
Christ.
sense, right? All three has a category: Olympic,
All right,
pro,
all
and
right, all right. I'm not calling Dominican fighters scrubs like my compadre here, but he's right. He's right. There's levels to this. What level are you talking about? If you were talking amateur pedigree, we can't compete with Cuba. If we were talking professional world titles, they can't fuck with us. None of these guys. And
and that's including Mexico too. They can't fuck with us.
you can't add
right.
Santo Domingo into the equation when like their toughest champion had one belt. One like that's not fair.
That was
It's
Juan Guzman, no?
that's just shit. Call whatever one you got. The farthest they ever went in life in boxing is one belt.
To me, the best
No,
Dominican is Juan
no.
Guzman. I'm not
He
sure if
was talking.
anyone can name a better Dominican than that.
He
Carlos
he
Adames.
he
Carlos
clarified.
Adames is better
He
than
was talking about
Juan Guzman?
professional.
I don't. Well, he's not retired. I mean, Carlos Adames got a shot to add to his
Yeah,
legacy.
he
So
does.
you know,
Hey,
but
hey, yo, Mexican boxing number one. Don't you
what do
worry.
you want me to do?
Hey, we're gonna hold up. We're gonna. Hey, we took that Matias loss like a champ. No
No, 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 no,
excuses.
no, no.
We
Let's
got
talk
knocked the
about it. Wait,
fuck
wait,
out.
wait, wait, wait,
Hold
wait,
on.
wait, wait. No,
Hold on.
no, no.
I'm
Front
getting there.
line.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there,
Get
Edmund.
there.
Let me
Get
land
there,
my
front line.
plane. Let me land my
Cook,
plane. Let me land my
cook.
plane. We we us Puerto Ricans, we took that Matias loss like a champ. No excuses, no nothing. Yep, we got fucked up by a white boy. Yep, I'll take that. But let's fast forward to the Sufa card. You and your peoples forced us. I'm talking about forced us to
Preach,
take
preach.
Hammerhand Rodriguez against Sandoval. And what happened?
Woo! You're
Your
preaching to the
boy,
choir.
your
Oh,
boy, your
oh.
boy was
You're
still
preaching to the
downloading
choir.
data with his little
Listen.
Metro PCS plan. Fucking, he was at 50% by round nine.
Oh,
You talking about Hugo?
No, no,
no,
no, no, no, no. I'm talking about
no,
Bulbos. I'm
no,
talking about Mexican boxing
no.
number one.
Oh,
Oh,
Cookie
those.
wasn't here. Let him cook. Let him cook. Because last night we had a hell of a time. We had
Oh, I
a
missed
hell
it.
of a listen
No,
down
not last
here in
night.
round
It was
one
Friday. It
sports
was
talk
Friday.
Friday, and round one sports talk ceremony. Man, listen, they backed us in the corner, but hallelujah. The boxing guys prevailed. They prevailed. They prevailed. And Mexico failed. Frontline,
And
finish your story.
go
Finish your
ahead.
story,
So,
Frontline.
so Hammer Hands, right? He's from Jersey. Now I went to his Wikipedia and it says he comes from Puerto Rican descent.
Oh,
So then
that's
I
like
think it was
Bobis.
Bubbles and fucking Low Key, both of them. They teamed up on me, right? And it was like no, because he was on the hangout spot and he said that he was Cuban, Irish, and Colombian. So I said okay, no problem. So what happens? Come fight night, right? Fight night, Bubbles, Low Key, and it was somebody else. It wasn't Mexican boxing because every time a Mexican fight, he hides. Mexican boxing number one hides until his guy starts doing good. Then he'll come in talking shit. So it was one other guy, and they said, "Yo, round one, front line, are y'all claiming them? Are y'all claiming them?" And Edwin made it clear. Are you guys sure you want us to claim them? Before we claim them, we need to know, do you want us to claim them? If you want us to claim them, We'll leave it up to you. And they insisted, yeah, 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 yeah,
Insisted.
take him.
Take him. Yo, they adopt.
Kane
Yo, they
Sandoval is
blessed him
about to
as a Puerto
dog walk
Rican.
him.
They blessed him as a Puerto Rican.
So we took
Yo,
him. And what happened?
yo, he dog walked the Mexican. Bro, my man didn't win 2 rounds. Salvador, what was his name there?
Kane Sandoval.
Saldova. Oh my God, that was hilarious. Bro, my man came in there with 17-0. Yo, they started saying, watch Saldivar get robbed.
What?
Watch him get robbed. Yo, I was dying.
Hey,
Mexico was down
Mexican boxing number
bad.
one. Again, do you want us to claim Shakur? Although we claim him already because we know that before his father passed away, he ended
Fuck
up
that.
meeting him for
I'll
the
take
first time
Shakur.
at a late time in his life. His father was Puerto Rican,
Look at the
and
Mexican flags popping up in the
yeah,
chat.
nah,
Yeah, they
it's all good.
crazy.
Yo, we take the good with the bad,
Que viva
and we
Mexico.
own our shit. The difference between us Puerto Ricans and y'all Mexicans, once your Mexican fighter loses, y'all motherfuckers be
You hit his
talking hella
bias
shit
shit?
about him, and they be dumping him like, he wasn't no good anyways. He fucking sucks. And that,
Damn. Y'all do that to
yo,
y'all fighters?
we don't. We ride with ours. Win, lose, or draw. Subriel lost. I don't give a fuck. Guess what? Next fight, I got Subriel winning. Win, lose, or draw. My support don't stop at
Wait, hold
loss.
on. I see a bunch of Mexican flags in the building. I'm front line. I gotta say, I see the Mexican love in the building. They don't think like you know what
Hey,
I mean. Like,
that's
hey,
all fine and dandy until one of their fighters get in and lose. When they lose,
until he lose, se jodió.
yeah, then they forget about him. They're like, oh, he was a bum anyways. Prime example. And I until this day, if he fights again, I got him winning. Brian Polaco, although he got knocked out on that pro box card first round, it was after and no excuses. This is just me stating the facts. After a year and a half layoff, in and out of jail, not enough time to train. He took the loss. I take it.
All right, listen, but bias ass Puerto Rican guy. Listen, we done heard your shit. Do me a favor, can you read the chats now? Jesus. Wow, did you hear that rant
But
go on?
there's nothing to read because all I see is a bunch of Mexican flags.
Nah, there's shit to read there. Go
All
up,
right,
go
let me go
get
back.
your
Let me go back.
ass
Hold on, hold on,
working and
hold
read
on.
the Mexican chats. Let's
All right, here
go.
we go. Here we go.
Let's
Here we go.
go.
I'm gonna read it. Okay. True power. I stand with my Puerto Rico as number one from the islands. Miguel says, tell you what all three styles make the Mexican style. LOL. Jason says, wow, laughing emoji. True power. I was talking about professional with the three countries. Okay, we answered that. George says Cuba style is nice. Mexican boxing number one says delusional frontline. Ha ha. He said that crying.
Yo, you hear?
De-
I was gonna play the violin. I swear to God, if I had my sound effects, why Frontline was talking, I was gonna hit the violin
yeah,
on his
all right.
ass. You know what I mean?
Darian says, Mexico lindo y querido, viva la patria.
Viva la patria! Let's
Mexican
go.
boxing, more like backline, 100%. Okay, so no front line is backline now.
It's
Got you.
backline now. It's
I take
backline.
it.
Get him, Chad. Get him.
Y'all,
Yo.
okay. Miguel says, y'all three styles make our Mexican style, broski. Okay. Tell him Darian says true power. Subriel has the Mexican style, says George. Bobo's Island Boys down bad with a whole bunch of clown emojis.
Whoa, we down bad? Oh my
Nah,
God.
not as bad as Sandoval. Just saying.
Diablo. What a
Miguel says, and we have the best,
Diablo.
and we have the best rico for y'all.
Yo.
Um, Mexican boxing, we have you credit. You're number two. Now don't get delusional now. Matias on that prick. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
True power. Mexico is free and sovereign. Puerto Rico has been colonized and will forever be ruled by the white man. Laughing emoji says true power. Mexican boxing. Put your flags up says Bobos. Miguel says and still lost. a whole
Wait,
bunch of
stop,
Mexican.
stop, 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 stop. I don't want to get political, guys, but that little statement will be always capture. Well, how do you say it? Read that one again. Read it again.
He says Mexico is free and sovereign. Puerto Rico has been colonized and will forever be ruled by the white man.
Okay, okay. We're colonized and sovereign, and we're ruled by the white man. You guys are free to go back to Mexico if you want. Like what they're doing here in America is extraditing these dudes. And although we might be under their thumb, we could ride here. So let's not go down that road and taking shots at each other. All right? You could be free and sovereign over there. You know what I mean? And I can go to Puerto Rico and come back down here and go across anywhere in New York. Most of us, we kind of think that we're like Puerto Rican dudes. Like, if you look, they look like they're like, what do you call that word? Like, privilege. Like, them motherfuckers like walk around like, yeah, I get it. I get it. So I get the shot. I get the shot, right? But let's not go there, homeboy. Let's not
Let
go
me
there.
catch up. Bulbos, look at these clowns trying to claim Cubans. Laughing emoji. Raw dog. I like the cherry picking on the Matias versus Smith card. And then Matias taking the L. Y'all felt like y'all was doing something. First of all, it wasn't a cherry pick. It was his mandatory. So we
Cherry
didn't
pick.
pick.
Oh,
It,
cherry pick. What you mean? Didn't
it
didn't
was the
they force?
mandatory.
Well, didn't they? Yeah, didn't they force that fight on him?
Yeah,
That
because
wasn't no
because
cherry pick.
because if anything, it was supposed to be the rematch with Puello
Yeah,
because that's what
yeah,
was in contract.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
know the powers that be, they forced him to fight his mandatory. It wasn't a cherry pick. George says the judge was high last night. Bulbos with a bunch of Mexican flags. True power. They might as well add the Caribbeans in one category. LOL. Darian says niggas be on that snack shit.
On that snack shit, yo,
Uh,
Darian, hold on, stop right there, stop right there. What you need? One of these? Go, go. Shh. Um,
you better watch how you
babe,
talk. She's about to smack you or
yeah,
something.
you can hear that. Like, relax. So anyway, read that shit again. Darian said.
Shit. Let me go. Oh, they be on that snackish.
Yeah, okay. Well, the snack thing and everything, guys, we gotta kind of like understand that like snack is here to stay and it's eligible for every guy. So to be honest with you guys, right? Oh, whatever it is that snack provides, I've never been on it. Shit, I might want to get on that shit, right? So send me some money so I can get on snack, right? And I'll try it out for you guys. And I'll tell you how it works, right? Because I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At my age, or any boxer's age at 30 years old, 35, you don't take a supplement because it does nothing for you. You take a supplement because of the fact that you feel that it's gonna, you know, give you that extra energy that you need. So like that phrase, being on that snack shit, right? I whether or not some people are saying it deeper, like they're just using snack to say they're on PEDs without saying they're on PEDs. But according to right now and today's standard, no matter what, guys, and I repeat, I stand on this, that in 10 years from now, if they finally say snack is banned from boxing, then you can only ban it from the time it gets banned. You can't look back and say, Devin was on it, so and so was on it, you guys were on snack, now snack is banned. I know what you're going to do. I know exactly what you're going to do. But to tell you the truth, they're all privileged to it. If snack was the say all in all of performance enhancement in boxing without passing that threshold, what I would suggest everybody get on it. Get everybody get on that shit, because if that's the shit, let's just think about this. Look, you're a kid. You fought all your amateur. You fought through all your injuries. You get into
Now,
your
guys,
pros. You get into your pros, and all of a sudden, you get your title fight. You think you got there. Shit, that's when everything starts. That's when all the hard work starts. And here comes snack. It's making you feel like that 17-year-old kid, bro. If it can do that, and clear, brother, sign me up. I'm not gonna lie. Sign me the fuck up. Cause why would I be the fighter on the outside fighting against this shit? Oh, you on that snack shit. You on this. You're gonna sound like fucking what's his name against Bam Bam Boogie? Remember when Bam Bam, I mean I'm not Bam Bam Boogie, my bag. Bam Bam fucking
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez was on the podium. He was fighting against that Irish dude, as Sonny Edwards. And Sonny Edwards called Bam out on that snack shit, and he made Bam feel some kind of way. He made Bam feel like what he was doing was wrong.
Bro,
He was like,
told me to.
and Bam just shut down because in the beginning, these fighters are not gonna know how to deal with that, right? So they're gonna get criticism, but as you can see, that fighters like Terrence Crawford, fighters like there was a lot of fighters, big name fighters, bro, and I was surprised that was wearing that snack gear, proud, knowing the criticism they were about to receive. So basically, that snack shit was worth it. It had to be.
Yo,
You're,
fuck all that. Where my Boricuas at? I want to see them flags in the
Yo,
chat.
but
You letting these Mexicans take over.
I don't
What
feel
the
that
fuck going
bad
on
about
here?
snack or something
fucking
because when you're asking to elite athlete to
These fucking
compete at
Mexicans are
a
taking
elite
over our chat.
level
Come on, Bodies. Let's see them flags.
and train and shit, you hear me, Edwin?
yeah, I hear you.
Okay. So when you
Where the
ask all
bodies
these
at?
athletes like performing at elite level, bro, don't think oh you have to be clean and pure. No, because you're training, you're cutting weight, you're doing stuff that
Yeah.
normal humans
Hey,
don't do.
did you guys, any of you guys, I know you guys, this is a
Too loud?
boxing channel. Sorry to cut you off, but you were talking on something that's real interesting. I know this is a boxing channel, but did you guys happen to see that UFC fighter that fell flat on his face on the
Oh
weigh-ins?
yeah,
Yes. Pure dehydration. The
Bro,
fucking
that
that
dude
weight
stepped
come
off
on,
that scale. That's the
fell face
sacrifice, right?
first.
Yo, bro,
bro, it's not easy.
he didn't have enough strength to break his own fall. Yo, he literally face planted. He went
Yeah,
boom. And yo, when he did that on stage, the UFC people didn't know what to do. They didn't get a stretcher. They
nothing.
didn't. They carried him off like a sack of potatoes.
But Edwin, you know what I found in YouTube
He
and
was
stuff?
literally like this, dangling.
The people who ask for these pure clean boxer are the people that have big stomach, they're overweight, they don't do nothing, and they get in a camera and say, oh no, you have to be perfectly pure and be a freaking elite level athlete, but you cannot take no supplement. Like, bro, you don't even
Yeah,
do exercise.
You know
Shut
yeah.
the
what
hell
though?
up.
Melasa, now that you say that, you know what's sad though? Zufa Boxing, I see the same shit happening. I see Dana
No,
White pushing these guys to the fucking
no,
limit,
no,
Okay,
no.
okay, okay. We're
and
here. We're here. We're here. We're here.
Yeah,
What'd you guys think about the Sufa card? Honestly,
a pro
everybody in the
I,
box
chat, what'd you guys
upgrade.
think about this Sufa card?
I think it was ass, except for Hammerhands beating the shit out of Sandoval. That fight was.
Okay, Malasa, what'd you think about the card?
A pro box with asteroid with a good better budget, you know, in Las Vegas over there, but nothing out of the ordinary yet.
Okay, okay. Now, I agree. I agree that this was on the line of Box Lab and Pro Box, in between somewhere there with a little bit more money on thrown on top. That's what I believe. Now, as far as the Pro Box itself, and how do you guys feel about the payout? How do you guys feel about? Do you feel that what they're paying these guys over there and Zufa are slave wagers, where that the fighters don't have the rights to anything?
I really
They had them. They had, if you noticed, they had them boxing in their like a
Zufa gear.
uniform.
In
Yep,
uniforms,
In
basically.
they're
uniform.
employees.
Either you have white, yes, and black, and Sufa, you can't go in there advertising anything on your trunks. They own all that. How do you guys feel how they're treating the fighters, paying the fighters most
I
of
don't
all.
care the pay of the fighter. Every boxer will have their team and they will spend the money how they make it. I don't care about that. That's not my business. My business, you know what the Sufa did with the gear? It's like Pro Box can do it with they do it with the ring girls. You know the gear they put to these ring girls and stuff. And so, hey, business is business. My
What
problem
do you
is
think
it's
from
Google.
Frontline? How do you think
Well,
about the pay?
so I don't know much about the pay. If you can pull that up and show me the payment structure, then we can talk about it.
Well, okay, for instance, right? Our new founded Puerto Rican fighter Rodriguez, when he whooped on the Mexican fighter Sandoval, right?
Right.
Um, he was promised in that fight going into the fight like $75,000 for the fight. Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Wait,
Now,
wait. Before you continue, somebody of his caliber, right?
yes,
If they were to fight in a top rank, a match room, um, and
On
one of
the
those,
zone.
Frank Warren, how much would he get for a fight like that?
okay. I'm glad you brought that up because, in fact, there was an argument that he was offered 90,000 to fight Griffin again in the rematch. He passed up 90,000 and he took his fight on Sufa for 75,000.
Yeah, but then from those
But is
90,000,
there
how much money he
bonus?
have to pay
Okay,
to other people?
now wait. Now, what ended up happening was he did take the fight for Sufas for 75,000 and he passed up the 90. But Rodriguez in bonuses on that night, he made $100,000 in one bonus and he made 50,000 in another bonus. Rodriguez made $150,000 plus his 75,000, which he passed up the fight to fight on a regular boxing card, which he would have only made 90,000 with no bonuses.
And
Okay,
plus,
so
espérate, front, like, espérate, because
dale.
I read something too, like in Sufa, like the team get paid, right, for doing their stuff, nutritionist, the massage, whatever. That team get paid separately from the boxer. In the other constant, like the 90,000, he have to take some money out of those 90,000 to pay the team. You know, the trainer, the nutritionist, all these BS that you have to pay with your paycheck. So you maybe took 95,000, but you don't have to pay a bunch of people to do the teamwork.
So
That's what I see.
that's where I was gonna get at. From my understanding, Sufa boxers that are on under contract, they don't have to pay their team anything or none of that. That from what I'm aware of. As you and I both know, on a boxing card, they get paid. A percentage goes to their manager, a percentage goes to their nutritionist. They got to pay the cut man. They have to pay so on and so forth. On the flip side, Sufa, they don't have to pay none of those fees, supposedly. I don't know the contract basis or anything like that. Now, that being said, I like the structure. Now, there's certain things that I don't like. For an example, the shit we just talked about. They can't get sponsors. They can't get, people.
Okay.
Pro box boxer
I get
neither.
it. I get that they can't get sponsors and they can't get these things. But let me tell you the truth of what's going on. I don't think Rodriguez that beat Sandoval last night or whatever, when he beat him, that it was where he was coming into the fight. He had all these sponsors and he was making all this kind of money and he was selling out all these stadiums. They just gave him the opportunity to rake in the bag. He made over $200,000 for a fighter on his level. That's a lot of fucking money. I'm gonna tell you right now, there's only a handful of fighters, maybe 12 fighters in the world that are making anything over 1 million and up. Okay,
Yep.
so when you're talking about guys making 200,000 on that kind of fight card or like a pro box, I'm gonna tell you right now, pro box is not paying their fighters or box lab $200,000 like that.
Hell no.
not for that level kind of fight.
Nico
So
Plus,
it works.
no.
It works for guys that are coming up. Yes, it does, Zufa. Yeah, that works for you. Now, whether or not they can tie you in to get you at your peak, what Zufa is trying to do is not control you. They're not trying to control you. What they're trying to do is win off of you. You got to understand that boxing is a business disguised as a sport. And what Zufa's plans is they went out and got fighters like Jai Opataya. They want to get Bam Bam Rodriguez. They want to get fighters like that. Why? Okay, they got different kind of contracts, right? And what you need to do is to convince the fighter, I got you the next big fight. Because you signed with us, we got it for you. Rather than you being in the boxing circle and your promoter stalling you out like Oscar De La Hoya and Virgil. What Sufa's saying to you, not only are we going to sign you, but somehow we're going to get your other guy. We're going to throw him a bag. We're going to get you the fight. They're not betting on that fight. That's not Sufa's angle.
Nope.
What they're doing is they're betting on the next one that you signed for. Right
So
there, they're
But
going to cash in on you.
my problem is not SUFA. Is when I read the law and stuff. The amendment they're trying to do is creating a new organization, UBO, United Boxing Organization, because they want to make their own ranking and stuff. I'm just like, bro, but the
Well,
IBF and the IBO, if you want to use a title outside those four, the IBO have their own ranking or everything that they're asking, like their own ranking,
right.
the system that be stable. IBO offer that. You don't need to
Well,
create a new boxing organization to
right,
control
right,
it.
right, right,
A
right, right, right.
government created. That's
Okay,
so
my
check.
Edwin,
problem.
are
What?
the are
What?
do you have the pricing? Because I think if I'm not mistaken, champions are getting paid like 750,000, right?
I'm gonna call the House
On
of
a
Representatives
championship.
this week.
Now, wait. Okay, you got to understand who the fuck Dana White is. I've been dealing with Dana White for a long time because Dana White, he built the UFC. I used to follow it. Not only that, he comes from Massachusetts. I knew about Dana White when Dana White had a boxing gym before UFC. Dana was into boxing before anything. So I know that for a fact. So I know how he is as an individual. He has a problem with the truth. Dana White understands show business. He'll get in front of the camera, say one thing, tomorrow do the complete opposite. That's that's just who he is. So when he came out with that little list that you're about to ask me about, I had to say all that to know that that list structure was probably based off the Sufa having their own belt. You're fighting a championship fight for them. Signing Jai Opataya and him saying he's going to fight for unification for Undisputed, well, you couldn't do that unless you fought for these belts. So now that I guess I'm taking, I'm just an educated guess here. If Dana White chose to play nice with the regular sanctioning bodies and allow their fighters to compete in his structured competition organization here, right? What he's offering to the public is structure in Sufa. He's saying, look, you don't got to worry about the rules here. We got one rule structure. No matter where you fight on a Sufa card, you don't got to worry about the best fighting the best because that's what we're bringing to you here. As soon as this machine starts winding up, this is what they're promising. Whether or not they can deliver on their promises, shit, only time will tell. I don't know if they're going to be a success or not, but I know what they're doing. And their product, what they're trying to push out is a more structured boxing. And I told you this, at some point, Zufa is going to make you pick. At some point, when they get big enough to compete against
If they
boxing,
get beaten enough.
Dana's going to take his Zufa champions and put them against the Alphabet Boys. Mark my words.
No, because it's like, okay,
Mark my words,
in the
bro.
amendment, the House of Representatives, now that stuff gonna go for a vote for that amendment. That's what I'm gonna call this week and call the president of the House of Representatives. I do
Yeah,
that
but that's
stuff
for
for
the
other
Ali
things.
Act.
But no, yeah, in the Ali Act, it's that amendment. Like, if you create Ubo, destroy the purpose of the Ali Act, because Ubo gonna be having relationship with the owner of Sufa, and that's what the Ali Act broke. Like, now, no promoter can have alliance with no boxing organization. If you
Right.
need a boxing organization and you don't want those for,
Or
is
they
the
can't talk to your
IBO.
fighter. They're not
But
supposed to
it,
talk to your fighter
but
if
it's
they
the
sign to you.
IBO. You can make it a deal with the IBO and run the IBO on Sufa. You don't need to create a new UBO, a new title, a new boxing organization. And then it's not a structure of the president, secretary, none of those positions. Is no a time limit. It's not like how they, because we sometimes complain that this boxing organization only family members and these presidents stay forever. But in Ubo, you don't resolve that problem. You create a bigger problem just creating Ubo, because now it's a huge loophole there. I read that stuff before yesterday. I was reading and researching and getting into it. When you get in that rabbit hole to dig information. So I was like, what the hell this? Because I'm not complaining about Sufa and what he wanna do with the product and sell the boxers in his, do it, cool, because Provox do it, and Provox, they don't the advertisement, all this stuff is not, they cannot advertise their own products or their own sponsors. They have to run by freaking Provox.
Listen,
So
look. What I think is, it's a little bit too early for me for
yes,
Sufa. It's a bit too early to see what but I welcome anything that'll bring more eyes to the sport and give us a way to view the sport. There are a lot of fights in boxing that go on around the world every day that I'm not privileged to, that I don't even know anything about. So the more that I can find outlets to watch boxing, I'm not arguing against that. But as far as Sufa and what they're trying to do, I talked about this evolution. The world teaches me this, right? Whenever a dinosaur evolved into an alligator, whatever dinosaur evolved to an alligator, that doesn't exist no more now, does it? You only what exists is the newer version of what it evolved from. Very rarely do you ever see the same entities coexisting together. When UFC came up and all the other ones, Bellator, K1, all that was around it, the UFC ate all of them. Doing what? Dana White's copy and print. He
But
took
hold
his
on, I think
champions. He took his champions. He put them against them, beat them, then bought them out and silenced them. What he's gonna do is, I listen. I look. Who's his right hand man? That WWE guy that puts on shows, events. He's a star,
Ken, one of the Ken brothers. There are a
brother.
couple
He
of them.
has, he has the dream team when it comes to bringing an organization up. Everything those guys learn in marketing, the way what worked, what didn't, the years of experience they have, and what they're going to try to do. Why? Why does? Why do you? Why do you play the game to break even? To call a
Hell
draw?
no.
Hell no. You play to win.
Yes.
well. So
So,
here,
Best
here,
to
here's
so
win.
here's
I'm
the,
not gonna make an organization that's gonna live in the same entity of what I'm gonna try to do is consume it. There can only be one.
okay.
And
So Edwin, I think you're missing out on the boxing fans.
All right.
The boxing fans, they're pocket chucking their fighters that they're not gonna make no money and yada yada yada.
You
uh,
know
Here,
what?
here,
You know what
here.
I think they're getting? No, wait, front. I don't want to cut you off. I'm gonna let you go on your spill. I think where you're going to on this is the old narrative
yep,
that these kids nowadays
the
prefer
void.
LeBron over Jordan.
The void. Is a
You
void in
know that
boxing.
in a different era is going to evolve. all us old timers in due time, we won't be talking about
No.
Manny Pacquiao, Sugar Ray Leonard, fucking Hector Camacho,
All the
Felix
life.
Trinidad. That era is gonna be gone in a little while, and
Somebody else gonna be
soon
talking
it's gonna
about.
be these
Yo,
Ryan Garcia, Jake Paul, Tank Davis fans,
we have
and
to
they're gonna
educate
take
people.
Sufa and they're gonna run with it, bro.
But
Mira,
And
so here's the thing.
you think these guys are passing it down to their kid right now? Don't
have
let
to.
Mayweather die. Don't let
Fuck me,
Marvelous
man.
Legend
No,
die.
of course not.
Pero tú, dale,
No.
dale, 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 dale. Red light.
My thing is this, right? If we're talking numbers, let's just say an average champion fights what, once a year,
Once a
maybe,
year,
unless you're in a
it's
way that
no.
fights 4 times a year.
That's
No,
exception. That's
let's give
exception.
other champions credit. We're gonna say two.
Okay, so two max, right?
Average.
Right,
Average.
I'll
average.
give them
So
two.
two average. Out of those two average fights, what do you think their revenue will consist of?
I have
Roughly. And
no
this is an average.
idea.
This
That's
is an
not a good
average.
Not every
question.
champion make
It's just an
millions
Right,
and
average.
stuff like
But
that.
here
right. Frontline.
hear
Come
me
on.
out. But hear me out.
Nine
This is
hundred thousand. Let's put it 900,000 to
okay, so
be.
about a
Yeah.
million dollars average. Average. This
No,
is an
no, no,
No,
average.
600,000 average.
Okay,
there
so
you go.
600. Now,
600.
according to Sufa's pay structure, the champion fights, defends his belt, it's $750,000. Right? They have the
That's the
opportunity,
minimum.
that's the minimum. They have an opportunity to fight three, 4 to 5 times a year.
Ooh, nice.
So think about those numbers for a minute.
Yeah,
They're
but
making it to the point where these champions eventually are going to say, fuck the alphabet belts.
yes,
I can go over here. I fight more, but I get
that's the
paid more.
business.
All right,
That's
stop.
nature of business.
Check it out. Stop. I can agree with you 50% and all of that. 50%. Okay, because I can see where that all the fighters in the world are not Ryan Garcia status. So they're never going to be there in their career, no matter how great they are. If you don't got it, the attraction, you don't got it. Now I
And the
can see where
machinery
that
behind.
works. I can see where that works for those kind of fighters. But what happens to the Devin Haney's of the world, the Ryan Garcias, the Tank Davises? What happens to them? Where that even though they fight once or twice a year, you wanted me to do the number for their 4 times a year. Ryan Garcia could fight one time against Mario Barrio, and he would make more money than you make those 4 or 5 in
Hell
your
no.
fucking. Yes, he will.
No,
Ryan,
but
Ryan
you're
Garcia.
talking
No,
about you're
no.
talking about
You
a
will see
handful
that
of,
that
of
place gonna
fighters.
be
So
half full. No, Ryan Garcia don't sell. He can be a Instagram attraction, a Twitter attraction, but
Yeah,
when you
Melasa,
put it in the ring,
that puts
no.
asses in the
So
seats. That
why
makes
the
people
Garcia
look,
buy.
was
Ryan
empty?
Garcia is about to make
Why
$30 million
why the fight
estimated.
between Haney and Ryan Garcia didn't sold on pay per view?
It's
Don't
okay,
even
but
got 100,000 K. It
okay,
means
Melasa,
that
you're
a big
missing the
sellers.
point.
but
The
Malasa,
vi-
but wait,
you,
but Malasa, but the Ryan Garcia Tank Davis fought
Tank Davis.
that
Tank
that
Davis.
shit
That's
flew
the
out the
guy.
window.
Tank Davis
He
because
had a
he's
but
great
Tank
dancing
Davis.
partners, right?
but
Okay,
Melasa, you're missing the point. The point is that these boxers don't give a fuck if the promotional company makes money or not. They
That's
care
the
about their
reason these boxers
guarantee.
are gonna
okay,
go
okay,
out
So
on the
whether
ring
wait.
though.
Back to the
These boxers are
question.
nobody.
But wait a minute. Back to the question at hand. Back to the question at hand. What
right,
Frontline said was that his super boxers can fight 4 times a
no,
year,
not my super boxers.
right. And what I said was it works to a certain level. That works while you're at a certain. That would work for like let's say fighters like Keith Cologne. That would work for like fighters like Juan my Juanita Lopez. That would work for them guys at fighting on Sufa. It actually will work for Bam Bam Rodriguez because Bam Bam Rodriguez, although he's a great champion at that lower weight, he doesn't make a lot of money. I'm not sure
Yep,
if he's
it's
even
true.
making 100 and something thousand or 200,000 like that on the
Yep,
like gate or anything.
yeah,
Like
like
I'm not
that,
sure
something like
about
that,
that. So it
maybe.
actually works for guys like that, right? But to the guys like the Devin Haney's of the world, the Ryan Garcias, the Tank Davises, the those
Because
kind of guys.
the only
It
guys making that
it doesn't
money like
work
that.
because I'm gonna tell you the truth. If Ryan Garcia was to sign to Sufa, right? Let's say he signed to Sufa, right? Ryan Garcia would have to sign over his life. He would all his sponsors, promoter, like everything would go to them. Ryan Garcia t-shirt, merch, hats,
But
everything
I see those
goes to
boxers
him.
pass to extinction.
Ryan
Now
Garcia is the
it's
type
not
of
gonna be the
fighter.
boxer. Now it's gonna be
Yeah,
the company.
right.
It's gonna be Sufa and the boxer inside there, like Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis.
Okay.
Those
Okay.
guys gonna go
All right. Now
obsolete.
let's talk about the meat and potatoes, the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the elephant in the room in boxing. Here's where Sufa comes in, right? And this is where the fight actually is, Sufa against boxing. This is where the real fight lies. Boxing can't guarantee you fights. Boxing, even boxing promoters, after a boxing match is done, you ask the boxer, what's next? I don't know. I got to talk to my managers.
I don't know.
You sign to Sufa, they guarantee you the 4 fights and they're going to get you the 4 fights. So, in a world of boxing where you live by the phone, you are the boxer and you're the last person to know you got to fight. Where I talk about Sufa bringing in structure, that's one of the things they bring. That if you sign with us, we'll make sure you're working at your job. You don't have to worry about where my next check's going to come because we're already giving you dates. As a matter of fact, the next Sufa card is kicking off right around the corner. Sufa 2. That's how
Yep.
fast they're moving.
February 1st.
Now
So
you
what
will
they're
not gonna
doing
be.
is,
And guess who's on that? Rayo Valenzuela.
listen, and what they're doing is they're giving these fighters jobs where that regular boxing, you got to live by the phone. You don't know
By the
if your
contract
promoter or
and the
that guy
deal.
is going to get you a fight. When I talk about Sufa bringing structure, they're making sure as a boxer, you're being fed.
Because in boxing is a void.
You
We're the
understand? You understand?
the
And that's
minority.
where the real fight lies
Yeah.
between Sufa and boxing. That's where the real fight is happening.
Boxing is his lowest viewership ever. We're the minority. We're the hardcore fans. Like the ones who are here all the time talking about all the fights. We know everything about boxing, their names, all that shit. But the casual fan, the one who pay money to watch one fight here or there, they don't know all this stuff. And it's a void. Those people pay money, but they're not watching. And Sufa is more shooting to that market for those fans that, okay, I'm gonna collect some of the fans that are here, but I want those fans that are not watching, I'm gonna give them something that they can stay and know what's happening, when their fight is gonna fight. They that structure that they're missing, and that's why they're watching other sport. So you're I see it. My problem is the Ubo. That's my only problem. But I can see where Sufa can rise and give, because it's not gonna be about your favorite boxer. It's gonna be more about your favorite boxing promotion that give you all the actions, give you boxing every
Yeah.
month. Let's see, once a month. But you're gonna and you're gonna see your favorite fighter maybe fighting 2 3 times a year. 4. Oh my god! Like right
It's going to
now,
be like Pro Box on steroids.
yeah, yeah, and I don't see nothing
Yo,
wrong with it
shout
except
out to
the
William
Ubo.
Old School. Kai
Ubo is
says, nah,
busy.
Sufa definitely paying more and better names, and those boxers still won't want to fight as much because the risk of losing. Then he
Yeah,
says, round one, you're literally
reason of
generalizing
losing.
apart from knowing the exact contracts.
But it's meta. I read the law. The law bring like more ambulance to the place, paramedic. Like they have to. No, doesn't matter the state or what the boxing commission is. The law require more medical presence in the building, in the trainings, in the cutting weights. Like the law now, this amendment to this law is putting all this extra stuff for the, so keep the boxers safe. You know, like,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. You're
hey,
right. You're
I'm the
right.
one paying money, and who cares about me? And the guy who get entertained by this shit, everybody's worried about the promoter, the boxer, and this and that, how much they get paid, and me, that I'm the one paying for the
The
product. Who cares
consumer.
about my? Yeah, nobody care about. Give me a good product. Give me something that I can focus in, talk about it, get entertained. Nobody
Right.
care. You
Right.
So
know.
let's get the question out the way. Edwin and Melissa, questions for both of you in the chat. If you guys want to chime in, we'll read it. Are you for or against Sufa?
I'm reserved in my answer. You guys know how I feel. If you've been tuning in here around One Sports Talk, don't forget to hit that like, gentlemen. We're trying to get to that 5,000 mark subscribers. Help me get to that mark. Become around One Sports Talk subscriber. So I'm reserved in that. I'm not sure, but now they're starting to implement new fighters like Jose Rayo Valenzuela. He's going to be fighting on the next card. Rumors are like Bam Bam Rodriguez. Bro, you start getting Bam Bam Rodriguez, Jairo Pataya, Rayo, and much, much more fighters on your shows. I'm definitely going to tune in. I'm definitely going to cover the fights. I got a program here, Round One Sports Talk, so I'm definitely going to watch the fights. But especially if you give me a great product, because I got to be honest, do I watch and live stream every Pro Box card? No.
No,
Do I live
no,
stream every Box Lab card? No.
no.
Right? Okay. So that doesn't mean that I'm going to stream every fucking Zufa card for what? You got to give me something. You got to give me a better product. It, and as far as these fighters go, like, Caleb Walsh got up there, he fought Ocampos, and they gave us that to kick off the year. Now, that card was not the greatest card. No, it wasn't. I was trying to help it along because I'm not, when I say bias, I hope you guys see all this. I hope I don't have to point out everything. When I was telling you I wasn't I was cool with fresh production coming in and something new coming to the table. And everybody said, "Oh, I bet you are because you're Puerto Rican." And I was trying to tell you, no, honestly, I want to see the sport. I'm okay. Let me see what you got. Let me hear you out. If you don't see that I'm doing the same thing for Sufa and for a lot, no, I'm just not gonna shit on things. Give me a chance to really overlook this. I'm not just gonna make a rash decision. Let me see what your product is. Give me a minute to think on it. But
Yeah,
I'm not biased by anything. If Sufa's coming in, just like Fresh Production, let me look you both over. If your
yeah.
shit is trash and garbage, bro, I'm gonna say it. I hope you
And you
guys
can not
realize and
fail.
see this shit that bro. There's only one way with me, bro. I can only be one way
So George agrees with you. He says he's against it until he sees more.
until I see
Melassa,
more.
I,
That's
how do
it.
you feel about it?
I'm not against it because when Pro Box came out, wasn't this, oh my god, amazing fights and stuff, you know? And
But
you
it
give it a
is
minute.
gladiator school.
But yeah, yeah, and I'm not cheating on them. I'm not trash. Oh, you was in pro box. You're a trash boxer. No, you know, because some boxers coming up need a platform, and some boxers coming down in their career need a platform too. Not everybody can be main eventing. And right now, the business, the boxing have a void. Is not a lot. Yeah, we got that zone, but yeah, we have a lot of European boxers that I really don't even care to watch, or I don't want to watch those cards, or I don't like the accent how they talk. So, it's a void here. And if Sufa gonna fill up that voice and it's gonna give me a good product, yes, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not gonna shit on it just because I don't know what they're gonna bring because they're the new guy in town. It's like when a new kid go to school, and we're in 5th grade, we know each other for a minute, and new kids go, like, some kids wanna pick out on him because he's the new kid or some, and other guys are like, no, bro, let me meet him, let me see who he is and stuff like that. So I'm that guy. I don't go and pick on you just because I don't know who you are or what you're bringing. I prefer to
Frontline,
watch
read
it.
that super chat.
Oh, super chat, super chat.
Mr. Miyagi. in the building. Edwin, sorry, I fell asleep, and when I watched the fights, could believe they gave Cole the win, and Raymond really impressed me.
Yo, Mr. Miyagi, you remind me. Yo, he went out on us. Yo, front lines and
Like a
sucker.
true fan.
Yo, you see how I backed you up, Mr. Miyagi? If you go back and watch the live, they were like, let him snore. I was like, hell no, I got his back. I ain't gonna let him go out like that. Yo, I mute your shit. I was like, man, nah, y'all ain't gonna be laughing at my boy Miyagi. Cause we knew that you went out. Cause I was like, look, the fucking fight card put him to sleep, but it was so late out there. It was like 4 in the morning. But yo, thank you for rocking out with us. Mr. Miyagi went out on us on the live.
Thank
But
you,
Mr.
like a
Miyagi,
true
I
fan
had
of
your back.
boxing.
I had your back, Miyagi. I had your back. I was like, man, fuck that. Nah, y'all ain't gonna laugh
Hey,
on my boy.
hey, Mr. Miyagi, you should know here at Round One Sports Talk, we don't protect nobody.
No, I do. Round one does.
Edwin
And
did.
because you with me, you rocking with me, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Hey, yo,
Edwin
frontline,
protected your ass.
Frontline
front
throw you to the shorts.
I was trying
frontline
to throw
wanted
you
to
to the
write on you.
sharks.
No, frontline wanted to write on your face with a magic marker. You know what I'm saying? He wanted to
Hell
put stuff in
yeah.
your face on a magic marker, and
Yo,
these
Great.
guys was cheating him on, and I was blocking him. I was like, nah, don't write on my boy's face. Nah, hold up. Chill.
Don't make
He drunk
mustache
right
on him.
now. Fuck that.
hey,
Y'all
Mr.
ain't.
Miyagi, yeah, you was snoring. You was out for the
Yo,
count,
Mr.
bro.
Miyagi,
Yeah,
I
he
didn't let
was
him
You
out.
was
take you
out
down,
for
Mr.
the
Miyagi.
count.
Out.
Yo, you were snoring. You were. Yo, go back on the live.
We
Why?
was
I
like,
had your
what is that?
back.
What is that?
I
And
had your
everybody kept
back.
quiet, and suddenly Mr. Miyagi was like,
Yeah, we was like,
Edwin
Mr.
kept
Miyagi,
saying,
what do
yo,
you
we're
think
getting
about the fight?
feedback somewhere.
Mr. Miyagi, did you see that jab? Yeah.
that was so funny. It was cool.
Yo.
Hey yo, matter of fact, drop the link for Mr. Miyagi. We gotta, we
Yeah.
gotta, we gotta talk about
Yeah.
this.
No. Listen, it
Hey,
happens to the best of us.
yo, Kai says ball chuck on that card, and
Yeah.
I don't want to butcher his name, bro. Sufa 2 is even better. It's clearly a good thing. People be thinking stuff. It's too good to be true when they've been done dirty so much. Facts.
Yeah.
We the
And
fans,
again,
we get the shorter stick always. We the fans always get the shorter stick, the less interesting fights. Like what the hell? Nah,
Yo,
nah,
you see
yo,
nah.
Mr.
Mr.
Come on.
He
Miyagi?
said, bro, I
Yeah.
fell asleep. He said I was asleep bad on the sofa. My neck hurts like hell.
Bro, you
He went
yeah, you
out. He
out,
went
out,
out.
out.
He was
Yo,
out for the count.
he was out for the count. We could have count to 100. We came back to Mr. Miyagi on the live like 3 or 4 times to check on him, and he was he's still out. He rocked out with the live all the way until
Bro,
it ended. He was
it's so funny. My God. It's like a true
yo.
fan, you know. I'm gonna stay here
Yo,
watching
true
the
boxing
boxing.
fan. True
Hell
boxing
yeah.
fan. I said it. Yeah, go ahead and see. Watch what I said. I was like, look at that guy. That's dedication right there. You know what I'm saying? 5 in the morning, still watching boxing. He got 45 minutes of sleep and get to work. Damn, is
Yeah,
he a
yeah.
boxing guy?
It's
You
like
Since
know
I
what
me
I
said,
mean?
wake up at 6 a.m. to watch Inoue. Shit.
And then he watching the Uzi fight. Oh, look who we got on the panel. He's buffering in right now. He got that
he
service
got that
from
cute, he got that Mexican Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi. Yeah. Look at him. He's buffering right now.
Yo, Cesar says Dana White has already put out boxing on his UFC Fight Pass. Sufa's a new coat of paint over some old BS.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all they're doing is they put new paint over it. Exactly. Good analogy. Good analogy. I think Mr. Miyagi's having a little issue here. I don't know. Miyagi, you there?
Or did he fall asleep again?
He might have fell asleep with the camera in his hand. We're not sure right now. Yo,
Oh shit!
Miyagi, they got
There
jokes
he
on you.
go.
There you go. What's up, brother?
Oh my god, my neck is killing me. I fell
Ah,
asleep. Mate, you know how the side of the sofa has got the armrest?
Yeah.
yeah.
I was like leaning on that, and I woke up. My neck was literally at like a right angle, and it hurt so bad today.
Ah,
Oh man.
man. Damn, man. Nobody came out and saw you leading like and saved you. No, you just slept through. Uh,
No,
damn.
no. Oh
Yo,
god.
1 second, we were talking boxing. Then all of a sudden, 1 second, we heard. We
Yeah,
was
I
like,
just
yo,
got to
did
the
he?
point where he's like, "Yo, we getting feedback. I'm getting
We
feedback.
get
I'm getting
feedback in the
feedback."
mic. Miss Miyagi, are you okay? Are you being attacked right
Uh,
now? You know what I mean? Yo,
I just looked
is
through
there
the
a creature
window.
in your city? No, it was him. Yo, he went out on us. That was crazy. That
Oh
was
dear.
classic. Yeah, but
That
I
was
had your back. I mute your mic. Other people wanted you to no, keep the mic. Let's hear him.
Yeah.
No, buddy.
I want to
Y'all ain't
rotate the
y'all
eyeglasses, you know? I
y'all
want
ain't
to
gonna be
rotate the
roasting my
eyeglasses with the
boy
with the
like
pen.
this. Yo, so Mr. Miyagi, just know that, you know what I'm saying, all your teaching, wax on, wax off. I came, you know what I'm saying, great student, you know what I mean? I had your back. These guys want to feed you to the sharks. Yeesh. You know what I mean? But it's all love, man. Uh Mr. Miyagi, man, I hope your neck, man, you're like that kink gets worked out, but what do you think about the Sufa card and all this boxing, man? What's up, Mr. Miyagi? You got anything? What you got on that?
Well, he can't talk about the card
No.
yesterday because he fell asleep there.
Whoa. He saw it on replay today. He saw it on replay like this, with his neck like this. He saw it like that.
And no, I watched most of the card. I think I fell asleep through the Khalil Ko fight, probably
yeah,
round
yeah,
6, I
yeah,
think,
yep.
somewhere through there.
Did you
Um,
wake up and
but
hearing all
no,
the people that thought that Khalil lost that fight?
yeah, but he was getting touched. I think one round he threw like what he must have landed or threw like just 4 punches, and that was it.
Wow.
He was getting touched
Yeah.
up most of that fight. Like I
Yep.
don't understand how they gave him the nod.
Jesse Hunt was touching him up. I thought that Jesse Hunt did enough to win the fight, actually. The score cards, the judges felt otherwise, but I don't know if you had the ability to go back and watch the entire fight. I thought that Khalil Cole, not only did he miss weight by a large amount and not being a professional on the scale, he didn't even show a good account of himself as, from what we thought that he was the favorite in this fight. So, um, if like, what do you feel about that? And did you get an opportunity to go back and watch the Raymond Moritai and Andy Cruz fight?
Yeah, that was the first one I watched as soon as I woke up.
Okay.
And you know what, I was thought because I already knew what Andy Cruz was going to bring, and I was
Mm-hmm.
just intrigued to see how Raymond would respond to the sort of movement and the fast, strong counters from Cruz.
Right.
And to be fair, when I saw Raymond fighting, that's exactly the style that I think is going to give Shakur Stevenson a hell of a issue, because he keeps that distance. He doesn't overextend, and
Right.
he can up the tempo of the amount of punches he throws as well. So as
Right.
soon as you go into that defensive shell to try and counter, he's throwing so many punches, but he's not overextending. It's hard to counter him. Plus,
Mm-hmm.
he's throwing with a lot of authority on every shot. It's
Right.
dangerous. But no, I thought that was a brilliant fight. Nice bit of back and forward. He he just kind of, Andy Cruz, I feel like he should have been a little bit more aggressive in that fight instead of always
Right.
being on the back foot.
Right. I
But,
agree. I
you know,
agree. I totally agree. Yes.
he's coming from the Cuban school of boxing. Plus,
Right.
obviously, he's being trained by Bozy Ennis. So, although you would have thought Bozy would have been teaching him, a bit more aggressive,
Right.
front foot dominant fighting style, because when you see Boots Ennis fight, you don't see someone that walks people onto shot. Like, usually he's pushing the action, trying to make you miss and then counter you, where it's kind of the other way around with Andy
Right.
Cruz. But no, I was really impressed.
So
I thoroughly
overall,
enjoyed that fight.
overall, do you think or you feel that the right winner was called? Do you feel that there was a robbery? How do you got it?
It was close. It could have really swung either way, but I think Raymond's output and his the way he was dictating, uh, he was dictating the distance and being in there, even though Cruz was fighting his fight on the back foot. You could see Cruz more than often was uncomfortable every time Murataya pushed him up onto the ropes.
Right, right.
He wasn't quite out of control. He wasn't quite out of his depth, Cruz, but you could see he was uncomfortable a lot of the time that Raymond started really pushing the pressure and upping his punch volume.
Hmm. I could see that Cruz's punches did have effect on Raymond Morataya, because after the fight, you looked at Raymond Morataya's face, and that a lot of some people, not a lot of people, said that Raymond Morataya, I mean Andy Cruz, couldn't punch that hard, and I saw the damage. But you're right, when we're talking about like forward aggression and shit like that, right? Um, we're talking about forward aggression and things like that in the situation and controlling the fight. I couldn't help but notice that Raymond Morataya was the one that was initiating forward aggression, and that Andy was fighting mostly going backwards and off the back foot. He did do that style of boxing that he has in the amateurs, where he switches lefty to righty and he sets his foot and you can't tell the angle. Raymond Morataya kept his distance very well. He didn't let him trap him or smother him under his, like, whatever which way he wanted to go, whether it would be righty or lefty. He kept his distance, that he kept them at bay. No matter if he switched or not, he would still be in front of him. So Raymond did a lot of smart shit in there. He was well coached. Um, I just think that Andy had to do a little bit more to beat the champion. I talk about this all the time. The champions nod. In some cases, they're gonna feel like you're gonna have to beat the champion. Outright beat him. And so I don't know. I'm just asking you as a fan. Did you feel like the right fighter win? And you said yeah. So yeah,
Uh,
where
I,
does Andy go from here, and where does Raymond go from here, and who do you want to see him fight next? Is a world title fight, unification, or like what? Crocker? Like what's going on? Like what do you guys want?
Me, I
Like
want
put
Andy to go for WBA.
To fight for what? The
For the
WBA
Yeah, because right now Tank Davis is in rest in recess.
champion in recess?
Yeah, and the
Okay.
WBA don't care if you lose your fight before or nothing. They let you fight for their title. And I think Andy Cruz got a big name. Bring that fight to the East Coast, and I think can be a good fight, a cool main event that can bring people. And for me, the judges, I think must a draw. It's Las Vegas judges, and they're a union over there. But it is what it is. I never gonna
Hmm.
start crying for robbery, and because when a fight
Right.
is close, but I never like that 118, 110. I hate now,
Yeah,
bro.
that
It wasn't
scorecard.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, and
That
I
wasn't
mean,
like
as
that.
far as Raymond, the three champions that are in the division: Abdullah Mason, Shakur Stevenson, and Tank Davis, right? Shakur Stevenson is on schedule to fight Teofimo Lopez. If he wins that fight, I can almost guarantee that he's going to have to give up that belt, right?
Yep.
At the
Yep.
WBC. So that'll become vacant. The rule structure that it was laid out, and back in the day, when I knew it, it seems like people are acting like this rule doesn't exist, but a champion cannot fight for a vacated belt. He's already a champion. You got to allow two
Yep.
people to fight for the belt, win it, then you can unify. So
Yep.
by law, Raymond Morataya is not supposed to compete for a vacant WBC world title. No. So what his options in a real boxing talk would be Abdullah Mason, right? And the other option is whoever is fighting for the other half of Tank Davis's belt. Because on that night, they're going to be awarded status of full status. You know how they do
Yep.
champions
Yep.
and recess. They put you in champion. That's like telling you you're fired but you're really
Yep.
fired.
Yep.
That's exactly what that means.
Or a
Hey,
They,
low
suspension
key,
without pay.
I don't think that'll be a good fight. I don't think La Granada can make 35. The way he looked his last fight,
Granada. That guy is
I,
overweight.
I don't think
Jesus.
he can make 35 for Cruz. Although if he could, it would be one hell of a fight. And I got De Los Santos winning, but I don't think La Granada could make
I think
35
he's got to
anymore.
go to 40 because he looked
Yeah,
like
he
he was
has to.
dying, bro. If that's why he didn't take that fight with Keyshawn Davis, because if
Of
he took that
course.
fight, I'm telling you right now, Keyshawn would have bust his ass in that
Yes.
ring.
Hell yeah. Knock his ass out. Yo, for
He
sure.
would have did him like he did Lemos.
Yeah,
Yes.
Keyshawn would have did him
Yes.
like he did Lemos.
Yep.
Exactly.
And that's
Why
why
you see
Keyshawn
Mr.
was mad
Miyagi?
because De Los Santos was smart. De Los Santos didn't take that fight.
Lekovic was smart. Lekovic. But,
Mira quién llegó.
¿quién llegó ahí? Mira,
Hugo.
ahora es que llegó el Hugo. Now is when he get here. And when I was asking
No, no,
for
no,
him
no.
like
That's
two,
one.
3
That's
days
one.
ago.
That's one. That's one. It's not Hugo. It's not
Maybe-
Hugo. My bad. My eyes are bad. My eyes are bad. I thought it was
I was
Hugo.
gonna start a rant right now.
Yeah, I thought it was Hugo. 'Cause I saw the J. I automatically thought it was Hugo. What's up, my man?
Hello.
You there? Yeah. What's up? You're on round one.
listen
What's
to me?
up?
Okay. Okay.
Está rompiendo la llamada. Yo no te
Se jodió
escucho.
el
His
servicio.
signal
Se
is
jodió
not
el servicio.
bad signal. You see, Mr. Miyagi called from England, and look, he still got a good signal. Hey, he went to sleep with that good signal that we can hear him over
That's
here.
the thing, is that he was in rhythm with his signal. Yeah. The signal stood
Oh my God.
consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hold
He got
on.
that good Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Miyagi.
What's up,
Uh,
Mr. Miyagi?
we
Went
got
snoring again? Oh,
no,
nah.
he's there. He's taking care of some shit. My man Juan here is having a little bit hard time. Here he is.
There he is.
Yep.
Come in. There we go.
Mic check.
Yeah.
Check.
Okay. You got it?
I got it.
Puro cagao.
Okay. My point is,
Dale.
even if he Cruz win the last 3 rounds, he gonna lose the fight. Because there's one in one he need 4 rounds for tie the fight, and in the other he need 8 rounds. You see, the judges got the card ready. You understand what I said?
Yeah.
For me, was a draw. For me was a draw because the first 4 or 5 rounds was the clean shot was for in the side of Cruz. Murata was taking with one shot, but the Cruz. That means the first 3 round I put in Cruz. But a close round you can give it either way. But in the way that the judges scored the fight, never was a close fight. Even if the Cruz win the last 3 rounds, for me, if the Cruz win the last 3 rounds, won the fight. In the judges' eyes, he don't gonna win the fight, even if he win the 3 last round.
Right.
Because
so
the squad
you think that he would
that they give is 116, he don't gonna get that fight never.
Right.
It's,
and that's saying a lot.
And everybody say about the Zufa Boxing, we have to work with the judges. For in boxing, forgot how many promotion you have about boxing, Zufa, doesn't matter. We got too many fighters for putting everywhere. Judges, we have to work with the judges because 118, 110 is, now Murataya look like he outboxing Cruz.
Yeah.
He never outboxing Cruz.
Right.
118, 110 look like that. But yeah,
that's disgusting.
The right guy, because for me was draw. And a draw, I say winner because in a draw, lost your belt. Yeah,
Right.
Andy Cruz, and you know what happened with Andy Cruz and happened with all the Cuban fighters that amateur fighters. That scene that every time that you get a good punch, raise your hand. No, put three more behind that one. Don't lose the time and raise your hand and tell everybody, "Oh, I hit it." No, if you catch him with a good punch, put three or more. Don't is the reaction that the other fighter do to the punches that you did.
Gotcha.
Put more. Is the other thing that uh, Andy has to do. But it's in the physical too. Murataya put pressure for the very first round. Gonna fight because the team Murataya is huge. Andy put hand together and don't move him. It's the other thing.
Oye, Juan, ¿de
Probably
dónde te
other
están
fighter.
tunizando?
Oh,
¿De dónde te
hello.
están tunizando? Yo.
Where you watching from? ¿Qué estado you're watching from? Where you tuning in from?
Florida.
Florida. Ahí al lado, ahí
De los
el
míos. De los
vecino de
míos.
Frontline. El vecino de Frontline. So yes, thank you Juan for calling in from Florida. And I think he got a little phone service there. He got disconnected or got a phone call. But either way, thank you for sharing. And I agree with him on a lot of things that he was saying. I don't think that Morataya necessarily outboxed Andy Cruz. That scorecard 118, 110 was disgusting. I don't think that should tell the fight, but he's right. He still feels like he feels that in his opinion that it would have been a draw. And in that regards, Raymond Morataya would still be champion. So he feels that the right man won, regardless. But by his eye test, what Juan is saying is Andy didn't do enough behind putting his punches together. Meaning, in the amateurs, you score a punch, you raise your hand, like type shit, like, yeah, that's what I did. He's waiting for a reaction. What he had to do was put 2 or 3 more punches behind that 1 or 2 punch sequence that he scored and put something behind it to make it definitive, to make the judges make it overwhelming. When fighters like Floyd fought Canelo Alvarez, it was a one-sided event where Floyd Mayweather made sure every round he secured the round by round. You didn't go back saying that was a swing round. The round was too close to judge. That type shit. Andy had to make sure that in the judge's eyes, that by the time he turned around and went to the corner, that he felt like I won the round. He had to, like really make a statement for that belt. Is what he feels.
Hey,
The
for those of
caller.
Yeah,
y'all
no, it's
interested,
cool.
the Patriots and Broncos 7-up at halftime.
Yeah. Bro, I look it through the window.
That's
The
what it is
whole
right now.
front tire is covered.
7-7 halftime.
Yeah, it is.
Let's go, Pats.
Bro, the whole tires are covered. It's just a little bit that I can see from the tire. The whole snow already covered the freaking tires. I have to shovel a lot
I'm
of
looking
fucking
outside
snow.
of my look. I've been on. I
Bro,
don't know how long I've been on with you guys. I've been on 2 hours,
240.
240, right? I've been
look
on
at that
two.
window.
Man, listen, it's. I can't even see where I shoveled,
Man, I saw what you got, about 2 feet of snow so far?
bro. I shoveled that
Bro,
whole shit before I came up
I
here,
think
guys.
a little bit more than that. But I'm telling you, the whole freaking tire, the front tire is
I
covered.
shoveled everything. It's the snow. It looks like literally the snow caught up to where the snow I was shoveling. Like, say I
Yeah.
shoveled all the snow and there was that much snow left. That shit is already even with it.
Yeah. That's what I'm because I cleaned
It's
something
already
earlier
even. Like, I'm like, what the
to do less work, you know? Like when I look in the window, that shit is oh my god. Okay. That's what this is New England. You know? Freaking
Yeah.
shit.
But listen, that shit, whoever lives up there in that area,
Bro.
hopefully y'all safe. Y'all got y'all supplies that y'all need. Y'all
Listen,
stocked up.
front line. You should see
Bro.
the generator me and my wife bought today. We went to BJ's this morning, right?
Mhm.
We called and shit, and we called them at like 8 o'clock, and we was like, look, save one of those on because you could save it, right? So when we got there, they were all sold out. Everybody was arguing about, the little ones that were on
Yeah.
display. They had like the little ones left. I walk up in the store with my wife, and I go and I hand my phone the slip. It has like the code, like the pre-order. I'm like,
Yeah.
boop, and they
Yep.
bring out. They bring and everybody's looking at me like, you buying that? You buying that? Are you
Yeah, man.
sure you're gonna buy it? Right?
Yeah.
I'm like, you're damn right I'm buying it.
You don't see me with it.
Right? You
So
don't see me with it, right? So
shit.
and then because I took the cart and I had a little bit more shopping to do, so I started going inward to
Oh,
inside to buy some stuff.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody looking at me like I got two heads. They
Where you
waiting for
get
me to.
that? Where you get that?
They was
No,
about
they
to fuck you up. That's what they was
listen. No,
plotting.
no, no, no. Listen. As soon as I would have let that cart go to grab something, that cart would have been gone.
Yeah.
That
Somebody
shit,
will grab it.
yo,
Yeah.
beep, beep, the security, the low jack I had on it was left there by itself. The card's gone. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, right? So I knew that I couldn't let that go because, like, I'm serious. Everybody was looking at me. So I get home. I get the generator here. I don't know much about generator. All I know that I bought a big one, right? And the dude was like, it's 6,500
Yeah,
and
that's good.
whatever watts.
Those are the peak watts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 665, whatever. And he's like, look, you could power your fucking house with this motherfucker, right? So I get it home. So I know I got something right because I asked my neighbor Walt. He comes over. I'm like, he probably watching me on live right now. I'm like, yo, Walt, come over. He looked at it. He went, my shit's old. Your shit is the fresh new.
I
Right?
want one, two.
Listen, he was like, no, this motherfucker is a beast. So we filled this motherfucker up. It took like 5 gallons of gas, the generator and shit. We put the oil in it. I turned that bitch on. That shit cranked up in one shot. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, I felt powerful. I was like, I'm gonna generate the city. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna save the world with this. Right? So, nah, but it
So
was cool.
here's a question: did you get extension cords? Because you can't run that shit inside.
Nah, what I did was Walt helped me, man. He showed me because Walt's been longer out here living this kind of like country life.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, my man, he was like, you got two, because I got 2 sheds. I got one for my driving tractor that I drive, and
Yeah.
then I got another shed for like pool shit or whatever. So I took all that shit out, and he was like, yo, put it here. He was like, because when you turn it on, all the fumes you don't got no livestock back here. It's cool. He said, and then I bought a 100-foot cord for like $84 that it doesn't freeze in the snow,
Yeah.
and it's already grounded. So as soon as you plug it into the machine and the tip lights up, so it shows you it has power.
Yeah.
And then in BJ's, I bought an outlet that has it's round and it has like 8 plugs
Yeah.
like that. So as soon as I already got the cord running from the shed to my front door, it's just the machine's off. The machine's off. Everything's off. But I already got it set up. So if I lose power, I just got to bring the cord in, go outside, pull the cord, run back inside, plug everything up, and I'm good.
Well,
You know what I'm
hopefully
saying?
the snow's not high enough where you can't get to it.
Nah, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I own the entire house. Unless the snow gets all the way up to the second floor, then I can't open the window. But as long as I can open a window and jump out, that shit's getting turned on. So it don't
All right.
matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could jump out into a fucking
Here's the question
6
though.
feet of snow.
You said you put it in the barn, right? In the
Yeah,
little shed.
in my shed. Yeah.
Does that have doors?
Yes.
Okay, so with that snow piled up, how you gonna open the door?
How am I gonna open the door?
You're
All
gonna
I
have to
got it.
shovel a shitload of snow to get it out the
Okay.
way to crack it open.
Okay. I've already thought of that. My shed is on a. I live in Massachusetts, so we already think for snow. My shit's on an angle like this. The snow falls down like that. The majority of the snow is gonna be at the bottom. All I gotta do is take the one shovel that's next to the barn, go like this, like I did today, and go like that, the door's gonna open. All I gotta do is open the door this much to pull the cord. That's all I need. Once that cord starts up, close that bitch. I'm gonna have internet again. Imagine me 4 days without internet and my daughter. She'll drive me crazy.
Uh,
I wanna rip my hair out. Talk about there's no Toca Boca. What are you talking about? You better get that shit online. Yeah, and then like the TV service, everything runs off the internet now. If you don't got electricity, I'm stuck out here. It's bad enough that where I live, there's no hospital. The hospital's in the next town over. It's not like a lot of rescue search. We're basically, yeah, I mean this, right? If it gets bad, the cops that are in my town, there are 3 police officers in my entire town. There are 3 cruisers. They each have a cruiser, and only 2 work on a day. Then
damn, that's a small town.
I'm not expecting them to save my life.
Hell no.
Hell no. I'm left to my own devices. Trust me. I know this. You know what I mean? I'm going to do what I got to do to keep me and my family survive. But I had to go get that generator because I looked at my wife and I was like, let me tell you something right now. We're already stuck out here. The last thing we need to go wrong is that we have no power, no energy to charge our devices to, if we need to call someone, we can't. You know what I'm
Well, all
saying?
services are canceled over there, right?
Yeah, everything is. The schools are shut down, all services.
Everything.
The 911 dispatch has already sent out in Massachusetts that if you call 911, they won't be able to come out to see you.
Bro, it's so much
Hey,
snow in
now
the
you gotta
road.
tell
It's not
now you gotta
safe.
tell Nala, I'm such a good dad that you don't even have to go to school for the week or for a couple of days or whatever.
Nah, I told Nala she has to get out there and shovel right now. You know what I'm saying? With the J's on. Let's go.
Damn.
Yo, Nala wants to, like, my wife is crazy, right? So we're getting the generator and shit. We got the generator, the cord, the plug, right? My wife looks over and she goes, inner tube. I said, inner tube? What are you talking about? I said, for a pool? I said, what the fuck? This is winter. She said, no, we're gonna put Nala in the inner tube. When the snow piles up, we're gonna push her in it. And I'm like, bet, get it, let's go. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So like, because Nala doesn't get out much. You know how her
Yeah.
situation is.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
whatever we can do to put a smile on that girl's face, man, we be doing it. We be like, bet, get it. And we'll get it, you know what I'm saying? Because but yeah, this we're in for it right now, and I'm like online with you guys, and this snow is really
Bro.
piling up right now.
Yeah. Like
Piling up. It's
I look
piling
it,
up.
I cannot see the difference between the sidewalk and the street.
No, you
And then
can't.
it's
No,
so windy.
I lost that a
Shit.
long time ago where I'm at.
Bro.
The
Yeah, me
sidewalk
too.
appeared a long time ago.
And then the flag, because where I live is a flag because it's a park over there. So
Right.
that flag is what how you say waving like freaking it's no tomorrow and shit. I
Yep.
was like, damn. Oh, I learned a new word today. Flurry. My word,
You
because I
you
was saying
learned a new word today, flurry.
yeah, because I always tell my wife like, yo, he's late because she teach me that when it's little flurries, it's gonna last for a minute. And if it's like white flurs, so flurries, it's gonna be quick. So I'm
Right.
like, oh, baby girl, look, small. But I used to say, small balls, they're small balls, small balls. And she was cracking laughing, say, what's the small balls? What are you talking about? I say, look, the snow is small, like you told me. Say, small flurries. And she was the one, but she was cracking laughing
She
at
was
me.
cracking up, huh?
Bro,
Yeah.
small balls, small balls.
Yo, but yeah, man,
Stupid.
definitely like this, if you're on this side of the world, guys, uh you know buckle in. I hope you're safe, and if you're out there in the streets, man, get somewhere warm, man. I worry
Yes, yes,
about a lot of the
yes.
people that are under bridges or not fortunate enough to have places to go. These are days that you know, we can lose some lives out here, man. So please, guys, man, call it a night, get somewhere safe, ride out the storm, whatever you can do. No one deserves to die cold and hungry by themselves.
Yo, how's
So
the munchie? How's the munchie supply?
the munchie supply got
Oh, it's good.
dwindled just last night. Fucking Edwin, this guy attacked the entire bag. My wife was
Yo, I
tight.
saw you.
Yo, my wife is tight. My daughter, Dad, you don't even eat these. Yo, I must have got that bud. I got that shit. That
That
bud
was that
was
Sandoval pack, right?
Yo, that Sandoval pack had me
Yeah.
trash. Yo, I was fucking up fighters' names, fucking up
Bro.
situations. Yo, I was rocked. Yo,
Eating
I
like
was
crazy
done.
life.
Yo, I started opening up all the bags. I was like,
Yes.
yo, when my wife came in and saw all those bags of chips open, she was like, what the hell? I was just like, I don't know. Frontline was here last night. He came in. He wanted to try the bags. I tried. She didn't buy it. She didn't buy it.
Hey, peace to
She
God.
knew.
How is it out there in Brooklyn?
Brooklyn's going through, I think, sleet right now, right?
He's saying that he's lucky because the NYCHA shovels the snow for him.
I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky. I'm out here in the city in Brooklyn, but the NYCA shovels snow for him. Yeah.
He's lucky. Like people that own houses and shit like that, y'all
Yeah.
gotta shovel your own shit.
Nah, I'm about to call New York City, see if they can come do my if they doing his shit, come do my shit. What the that's that bullshit, right? My whole life, right? I never owned a house or anything. My father did and shit, of course, but I didn't understand it. And I was raised in like maybe just like all of us, apartment setting houses, and you move up with your roommate or whatever. But all those years, the landlords, at least I had some good landlords, they would come and shovel. And my landlord would leave that bucket of ice salt so that the tenants, we would throw it out for him because he wouldn't be there all day, kind of protecting ourselves. But he would leave us a bucket at least of ice salt. So when I got this house with my wife, my first winter here, nice little snow, I woke up and was like, let me call the landlord. My wife's phone answered. Hey, get the hell out there. She's like, what you doing? I was like, yo, I'm calling the landlord. We are the landlords. I was like, damn, we got to get out there and shovel. So everything's on us. You know what I'm saying? That's that homeowner shit. You know what I mean? You're stuck. You got to take care of your shit.
You got a snow thrower, Edwin?
Huh?
You got a snow thrower?
No.
Oh, you got power muñeca, huh?
No. What I got my lawnmower, right? And I can attach a blade to the front of it.
A plow?
A plow. And I back it up and fucking put the blade down and do my driveway, right? So I don't have the blade right now.
So power muñeca.
Right. I'm gonna have to get out there and shovel. And the thing with me, I have my driveway. My driveway is over 30 feet long. Over. It's gotta be. I can fit in my driveway 4 cars, 5, straight up, back to back with each other before you get to my house. Okay? So it would be like 2 cars, and then the next 2 cars you'd be at my house. Like that. So my driveway is real long, right? The problem is I would like to get away with just shoveling the front and getting my wife's car out, but I can't because of my daughter's situation in her wheelchair. I gotta shovel the entire fucking driveway for that my daughter's wheelchair gets to her bus. So I got I can't cut corners.
Yeah, no.
I gotta get out there. I gotta start from the doorway of my house, do the entire ramp, go down, and make a path for her to get to the transport bus. The transport bus. Yeah. So I can't cut corners. So I'll be out, man. I'll be out there fucking shoveling, and I'll be damning the day that we left that other part in the other house of the plow. I didn't have anything to move it with at the time. I couldn't bring it, but it only costs like $200. It's a small plow. It's not that,
I know.
It's not like one of them big.
About.
Nah.
Yo, you want to make your job easier? Grab yourself a little propane tank, hook it up to a blowtorch.
Shut the hell up.
And fucking melt that shit.
You know,
You ain't
Oh
you,
gotta. You ain't
no.
gotta. You ain't gotta do shit.
that would be the worst case scenario, right? Frontline would get me in fucking a lot of trouble, right?
Yeah.
Because they would
Yeah.
sound cool, right? And I'd be the dumbass that have
With the
two
Burn the
gold
house
pages.
down.
No, no, no. Me. This would be me in Frontline, right? With his bright idea, right? I'd be all stoned. I'd be like, Frontline, that sounds great. You have a blowtorch, I get one. We go side to side and we do the whole fucking yard, right? The whole
Oh
thing.
my
So
god.
we're over there. Everything's a success. A success. We're melting everything. What's going to happen? That's going to turn into water. We're going to come
Yeah.
inside slapping high fives like, yeah, we did it. What's going to happen is that's going to freeze and
Ice.
turn into ice. We're going to be a bunch of dumbasses. My wife is going to come in with her car. Her truck is going to slide across the whole fucking thing. What the hell did you guys do? We made
Well,
it
if
ice cream.
you put enough heat onto water, it'll evaporate.
Listen,
No.
yeah, enough heat. You're standing outside in fucking 30 below north.
6 degrees. Right now it's like
Yeah,
5
he acts
degrees.
like he's standing in Florida melting
Yo, hell
fucking
no.
snow.
You
He
never
acts
been in
like
this snow?
we can control Mother
Shit, Frontline.
Nature to not freeze the snow. We just melt it. Frontline's
Frontline.
gonna make a fucking ice skating ring. He's
You
he's
know the
gonna get me
5-gallon
messed up.
buckets?
Yeah,
You know 5-gallon buckets? Like you can be collecting water, right? And you leave that shit overnight and get the whole fucking bucket, la paleta, la pileta esa,
yeah.
like a block of ice, like what's in the freezer, solid shit. You see the plastic stretch. It's crazy. Like get so solid ice that shit
Yo,
when get
check it
froze.
out. Check it out. Right later,
Bro,
I might make a video of
telling
this.
you.
Wait until the temperature drops a little bit more, guys. See if it can do this. Because some days in New England, you can do this. You can go outside with a bottle of water, and as you pour it, it starts to freeze.
Rub it in. Work hard. Rub it in.
It
Like
starts to
zero.
freeze.
Zero. Yeah,
Yeah,
do
and
that
you
shit.
start. You could pour the water and go like that, and it freezes on contact.
Bro.
Yeah,
Super
like
crazy.
sometimes
I
out
know.
here, like you can make snowflakes. Like you'll go to a window. If you do heat like this, right? When it's nice and cold, you'll see the snowflake make itself on the window. You go like that, and the crystals will go like this. It'll go, and it's cool because when I was a kid, I would stay there for like hours. Like I would like scrape it. It would make a new one every time, and never took the same shape. It was always bugged out to watch that happen. You go like that, and then go. You ever see like in the movies when they show snow coming up and going and going like that? That's real. That really happens, and just as fast as that. But you got to get the temperature right. You got to get it
Bro,
right because
freaking
it can't
gringos
just be
kids.
cold outside. It won't work. It won't work. Trust me.
The
But
kids
when
are
it's
running
right,
and playing in that snow outside. I'm like, you freaking gringos! I'm over here freezing like ice.
it's summer in the Bay Area.
Bro, when
Yo,
snow
it's
come out,
75 degrees out here. Nice and
Yo, he
sunny.
said in the Bay
15 over here is
Area.
15 degrees, bro. En verdad, from like 15, 15.
Yeah.
Shit.
No,
Yo,
y'all can keep that shit.
so anyway, fight fans, I'm gonna call this episode right here, and I'm gonna go deal with some of this snow. It is obviously piling up outside. I'm
Yeah, me
talking with you
too.
guys. I can't allow it to keep because
No.
it's just more for
Get
me to
worse.
shovel.
Yes.
I gotta stay on
Worse.
top of it. I gotta stay on top of it. So, fight fans, wish me luck out here. I'm ready. I'm ready for the storm. I got the generator because Rosie texted me, Frontline's wife texted me and said, Edwin, if you lose power, Frontline will go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? But
There's no round one.
my and then I was matter of fact, let me bring this up. We're in BJ's talking about this, my wife, and she's like, why do you want the generator so much and shit? And I'm like, well, first of all, we have your grandfather that's on medication. We can't let his medication go bad. That he has to take diabetes med every day. So if we're out for 4 days, that alone saving his medication
Yeah.
saves his life. So the generator's worth it just by that. Okay, just on that. And I said another. She said, but your show, you just want it because you want to get your show. I said, no, that's not true.
No, don't say
I
that.
said, no, that's not true. I said, listen, you don't know who I am. I'm Round One Sports Talk. I fuck around and say I lost power. Fucking, there'll be a truck coming up the shape of a boxing glove, punching its way through up the snow to come get me with a bunch of Round One Sports Talk fanatics. So I'm good. I was like, listen, you need help. You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is throw the back signal in the air. Round One Sports Talk community coming to save me. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. She started laughing. I was like, listen, I was like, but I was like, no, seriously. I was like, I can be in the dark for 3 or 4 days, but our daughter will fucking fall apart.
Acho, yeah, no.
And hearing her for 3, Dad, like I was
no
just like,
electricity, no nothing.
I said that's worth the money right there by itself, right there.
Yep.
So, fight fans, I'm going through this little winter wonderland. We talked a lot about boxing, shared a few laughs. I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope we had a good time. We could talk about a lot of things, but most importantly, have a community and feedback on all these things. We talk about Zufa. We talked about Andy Cruz and Morataya. We're on to the next fights. I've always promised myself I won't let one boxing match deter me from the sport I love.
Never.
So we will be tuning in here on the next matches. Never know what happens on Round One Sports Talk. Maybe somebody might want to challenge me to another 25 live push-ups. We never know. Shit can pop off here at any time. Someone could try to come and claim the Notre Dame's world title without winning. I don't want to mention any names, but they want recognition for something they ain't did. But it's all last. We have a great time here.
You talking about Bubos?
Oh, I didn't want to
I'm
mention
mentioning
any
that
names.
motherfucker.
I didn't want to mention any names, but we
I'm
can mention
mentioning them.
names. Okay.
He's talking about Caribbean boxing down bad. Now,
Listen,
I'm bringing up his name.
Look, you guys are the best. Thank you for tuning in. I gotta go do some shoveling, but as long as we have a good time here, good community. What's up, Mr. Miyagi? Just woke up again, Mr. Miyagi. Say what's up? What happened?
No, I just been listening to your conversation. Well,
yeah.
No, when are you gonna be doing your film study? You know, you said you're going to do like a film study series for like past fighters and that.
Yes.
Because I got a recommendation.
I want to do that
Ricardo
so
Lopez.
bad, man. Was it who?
Which one?
What was the name? Lopez? Ricardo Lopez?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do because you asked first on that. That'll be the first one. I'm gonna write that down right now and do that. I gotta be careful on putting it on screen, but I could definitely do film study on him and see how much I can get away with it because I'm tired of them copy banning me for any freaking boxer's film I put up. What happens is I'm starting to learn in this YouTube shit. When these guys make these videos and they put the boxers, they're not monetized. They don't put monetization so that they don't get no revenue or anything. So it's a good concept to do. I'm starting to learn this, that as long as you don't put the monetize, you don't get no money. Then they sometimes don't copyright you and they allow you to throw those ones up and you'll get big views, but really not that much credit. But that big viewing audience can bring you other things when you do decide to go and monetize. So that's the thing I'm learning about YouTube. I try to monetize everything I do because I want recognition for my work. I'm fucking putting in the hours. I want, and all they're giving me is like fucking 45 cents, $1.50. It's not even that worth it, right? But the interaction starts to build and I go from there. So yeah, look, I got your fighter's name right here, Carlos Cruz. I'm sorry. Lopez, I'm going to go back, do film study, and I'm going to see how much I can get away with because I like to do videos on guys. If I could do the show the way I see it in my head and I had the help, bro, I would give you guys real good show, good content. I'm just like not familiar with everything the way I want the content to flow, but I'm getting there. I'm 100% getting there and I'm on my way.
I've got an idea. Like maybe it just depends how much time you want to put into it, but maybe have like bullet points on like what you want to do. So like footwork, hand position, and
Right.
go and cut clips from certain fights, and then you just use little bits, so you're never actually playing a full segment. Do you know what I mean? Like if you wanted to see how his
Right.
movement is positioning, you would just cut little. It's convoluted though. It takes a lot of time
Right.
doing stuff like that. But I just
Yeah.
thought that because that would skate around the whole copyright thing because you're not actually using the full videos.
Well,
You're just using bits of it
well.
with your
Yeah. As
explanation.
of last year, YouTube. Well. I've only been doing this for 6 years, right? Last year it was the year before, YouTube issued out a statement to like a lot of content creators on that, and they got to the point where they said there's no more 5 second 15 seconds like in a rap song. They say if you only play this much of the rap song you can't get copyrighted. What YouTube decided was it's up to the original person that put up the films. It's up to their discretion. They sent a notification to him that had the original film. If he feels, the YouTube said they can't back you, not even if you use 1 second of, like, if you flashed it and went flash, they're gonna send the guy a copyright now. That there's not, there used to be a law like the grandfather's law where it protected you as a content creator, that if you can record it and you're talking about or you're using it in content of education. Say I was breaking down a boxing fight and I was saying, look at it, for educational purposes, look how I'm breaking down this fighter. They'll allow that to go sometimes. They'll allow that to flow, not all the time. No. And then what happens is, let's say you're using someone's work. Let's say I'm dubbing a video of somebody else's video that dubbed it, right? So I dub it and I use too much of their video. They're going to feel like, bro, like you could have did your own work. You should have put your own videos together rather than using mine. And he's going to challenge you to take the video down. You know what I mean? Like so far since I've been doing this, I got 18 copyright strikes. 18. 18 times people I've made videos and I try to put like fights and say, look at this guy's style. They did that to me. Just like a lot of these YouTube guys can't even talk about the NFL because the NFL got their own league, their own label. You can't even say NFL now. You got to say football, American football is what you got to say. If you say NFL, they'll copyright you because they got the NFL letters to them copyrighted. You can't use that. That's why when I was like Round One Sports Talk 6 years ago, and all those little YouTube streams got all fucked up. I was going to talk about all sports. They're talking about, all I could talk about is college. They got an NFL network, a major league network. You can't, I can, hey, the Jets beat the Blue Jays tonight, 3-7. It's about it. It's about it. Like there's certain things, and then certain YouTube channels pay the NFL in order to say the word NFL and football and talk about their guys. Yeah, there were certain words they passed out that we had to say. I was like, man, fuck that. I'm just gonna cover boxing. Yeah,
That's
and
crazy.
now they're starting to work all that shit out. But some of those NFL channels pay the NFL like $4 million a year to be able to talk about their football sport.
You just struck yourself like 10 times by saying NFL like 10 times just now.
Yeah. Thank God I'm not talking about football or whatever, but maybe they'll copyright me for that shit. I don't know. But since I'm in a boxing setting and I didn't go through the scene, maybe they won't. But maybe they'll ask me to edit that out. Probably so. That's how bad this shit is getting sometimes. Yeah. But that, you know what? My subscribers that I got, I'm almost hitting 5,000 subscribers. Please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and let's get to that next goal. That's why I like what I do, because I'm secure in Round One Sports Talk subscribers. Man, my subscribers, they tune in for boxing, bro. They tune in here. Like, I didn't buy my viewers. I didn't go out and do what a lot of these guys, and you could tell that their viewers, they got like 25,000 subscribers, but 800 views. You could tell that they were buying the subscribers. It's not adding up. And at least I'm building a loyal fan base this way, my way, rather than subsiding to some freaking league and, oh, I'll pay you to say this. I don't want to do that right now like that. So, I'm thankful for all you guys, man, rocking in here, coming in, making this platform what it is. And we're going to reach that next goal. We're even going further from here. I vowed a dedication to this to learn my craft, study it. I'm not the best. I'm not claiming to be the best. I'm learning, but I got you guys, the Round One Sports Talk fanatics that help me every day, educate me every day, and talk boxing with me every day here at Round One Sports Talk. I want to thank you guys. I want you guys to have a safe and warm night tonight. Thank you for tuning in. I'm on the next one after this one here at Round One Sports Talk. You guys have been amazing. I'm your host, Edwin. Frontline, Mr. Miyagi, thank you for tuning in. Peace. I'll see if we go on tonight. Let's see what happens. If I still have electricity. I got a generator.